and out?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Okay. Let me know if there's anything annoying for me because I leave service for like 5
Your
We
helmet's
understand.
getting weird. It kind of got bent in, but yes, for the most part, we get most of what you're saying.
Like, I got a concussion in the last fight. Like, my brain got rattled against my helmet. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, Ray, you're really not used to attacking things, are you?
I gotta go suddenly. It's getting hot in here.
You sound closer, too.
Not far
I,
away.
I know.
All right.
I also don't have a cup to talk into, as if I'm Bane.
Yes, because that's how Bane talks. Anyways, as the team ventures forth to the capital, after finishing off and acquiring the boots that Becky now holds and wears on their person, your team decided not to deal with the slave traders nearby, decided to deal with the slave trader system a couple weeks out. Well, a week out. Traveling a few days getting to this point, you came across a bridge system that, for the most part, was it's pretty cut and clear dry until one of your team managed to discover that there was a giant bird over all of your bodies in the air. And keeping an eye on all your bodies, rather. Your team decided to venture forwards, and that is almost immediately where you guys got attacked. Dan turned to a chicken. Ray decided to help out Dan. And Dan decided to change their name. Nonetheless, your team managed to take down the two rocks, ROC, and the crocodile, bringing them down to the ground in one fell swoop. There was one you befriended that just decided to leave because you befriended it. If it has no meal, why would it bother to stay? But your team survived the night. Well, the rest of the day. Taking a good long rest before traveling further on. Yeah, you were told that the most dangerous things around here were likely the people. And you probably can tell why now. This is the environment to live in, and if they're able to survive in it, maybe you should watch out for them as well. Your team, after a long rest, comes back in the middle of the day. No, in the middle of the night, closer to sunrise than anything else, to make sure you don't start traveling when the heat immediately hits your body. And this is where your team begins again. And let's go... Yeah, Cat looks at the rest of the team after everyone wakes up. I'm assuming... What do you guys do with the bodies?
I want to investigate the crocodile.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation. Not bad. Investigating the crocodile, you can tell that its hide itself does seem to be sturdy, strong, and above all, can take a blow. Which explains why you had such a hard time killing it. However, other than that, it doesn't really have anything else upon it. It has no jewelry, makeup, no weird +2 sword on it because it doesn't need it. All the while, Ray is still sleeping.
Can I eat it?
You can if you want to cook it, or if you want to eat it raw, it might hurt your stomach.
I'm going to
It'll make you stronger.
cook it
All right.
Can
eventually.
I try to take some of its hide to use as more makeshift armor?
Yeah, go ahead and use survival while Becky removes the meat. You remove the hide to get... that's 7.
I'm real bad at this. I'm
I
gonna
think this
keep
is-
trying though.
Yeah, I think this is the 4th time you've done it.
Ray will also search for any medical uses from any parts of them.
All right. I also thought you were going through a tunnel. Filthy, filthy liars.
I just said back. I just said back.
Excuses.
Okay.
Like the tunnel came back.
They know the tunnel. I just went through the pass.
That's fine. I'll roll your medicine for you. Examining the body and helping Becky prepare the meat and getting the hide off of it, you cut a little too deep, cut a little too long that the hide is basically no longer accessible. Like, you might be able to take it to a blacksmith and they might be able to temper it and work with it, but you yourself would have a harder time to deal with it. So you can still take it if you'd like, but right now it can't be made into any makeshift item or the like, not without actual background in the hide industry.
You mean we have to be experienced at something to do it?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, lame. I thought this was supposed to be fantasy.
Ray, looking at the properties of each item and creature, looking at the crocodile itself while it's being cooked, there's really no medical purposes for it. There might be some vitamins and minerals you might be able to make out of the hide itself as a supplement, but other than that, nothing really. And nothing you can't get from a carrot. Examining the rocks themselves, you can tell that the feathers don't really have any medicine properties, the skin, the meat itself, nothing like that. I'm afraid these creatures aren't exactly built for medic supplies.
What color are the feathers?
The feathers themselves are white and blue. A very blue, pearlescent in some cases, and then a deep, I would say crimson, but crimson is red, but a very dark blue, closer to the red feathers, closer to its eyes.
I'm going to take some of the white ones and some of the blue ones, and I'm just going to kind of tack them to my shoulders.
All right.
I look very cool.
Very cool.
Look,
Just in case anyone wanted to know.
Dan, you were saying?
Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything.
Sorry.
That's fine.
But yes, I would like to burn this one down. I'd like to burn one of the birds down. Can't click on it. There it is. I want to burn it.
All right. Examining the birds, looking at them before likely people rest. You guys do all this beforehand. Looking at the fire that Becky is cooking, you take one of the logs and then just chuck it at the body. It begins to sizzle and burn, and soon enough, the rock that's right next to you guys catches on fire.
Oh. Nice.
Dan, be careful. You don't want to set our tents on fire.
I set the bird on fire, though, so we're safe from the tents.
birds are our
wait.
tents. We cut open their stomachs and we sleep inside of them.
Soon enough, a small gust of wind does come up in the area, and one of the feathers that is not on fire hits the tent, burning it down. Well, beginning to burn it down.
Seems we should have slept inside the birds.
Ray will try to control flames.
From what I can remember, control flame. Oh wait, I already have your character sheet up.
Wait, do I have control flames on this character? I know I have produce flames.
The way to get rid of flames is to smother them with more flames.
You have control water, so I mean,
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly. No, you don't have control flames.
oh, okay. I'll need to get that.
I mean, you can make more fire.
Please don't do that.
Get
Please don't do that.
option. Dan, use your water abilities to be able to put it out.
The tent or the bird?
Everything that's currently on fire.
Dan would like to move the other bird on top of the burning bird.
Oh my god.
Excuse me?
Problem solved.
Uh,
There will now be one less fire.
like adding a log to a fire, eventually, some of the fire does get smothered out. But
Nice.
without any other preventative measures, the smaller fire does eventually grow due to the new mass that can now burn. Also, the tent was never smothered, so now half of the tent's on fire, and now 2 of the birds are on fire.
This is chaotic.
No,
I will
Dan,
try-
Chaotic good.
water. You
I will try
water,
to-
not bird.
I'll
We can't
try to
waste our
blow.
water.
I'll try to blow on the fire on the tent.
Yes.
To put it out.
Alright,
Kindly
Micah,
add more air to the fire, please.
go ahead and roll.
Blow.
No. I mean, that sounds weird, but go ahead and roll acrobatics as you use some of your clothing to fan the fire to try to get rid of it.
Can I help and give advantage?
Yeah. That's pretty good. Normally this wouldn't work, but we are in D&D world. Your team fans the flames on a tent that has been set on fire, and miraculously, the amount of force that Micah does produce, with the help of another, fans the fire heavily. That dirt, I'm gonna say dirt, gets picked up due to the wind and coats the half-burnt tent with a good amount of sediment, causing the fire to die out. There's still 2 birds on fire,
That's
Uh,
meant to be.
That's normal.
so I'm gonna say Micah just moves the tent to the side so it won't catch on fire again.
Wow,
Dan,
you guys. That didn't take very much knowledge to put that fire out. You all
You
just
must have wind
stood
magic.
around.
It was pretty impressive.
It is because I can fly. I just
Wow.
was starting my initiation of flying.
Also, can we agree that the half-burnt tent is Dan's tent for the night?
I'm not even sure what you mean by that.
I agree. Dan will have to sleep in the burnt side of the tent.
Dan has never slept inside a tent.
Oh, do we not have individual
Great time to
tents? I thought
start.
We had individual tents, not just one big tent.
Wait, so you guys don't want to cuddle?
You've basically had 2 tents, and people decided to sleep for the most of it outside of the tents for one reason or another.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna grab the other tent. Argue among who sleeps where.
All right.
I'm gonna sleep
Uh,
next to my fires.
Ray steals the other tent and decides to go to sleep. Soon enough, Dan decides to sleep next to the fire. That will likely cause his skin to dry out heavily.
Calculated.
But
Also, Ray will take last shift of keeping watch.
mhm.
He snuggles up with Ray.
Yeah, yeah.
Since Ray's a warm source of heat, like a radiator.
But someone was
I would
talking. Yes.
I would like to take a piece of the rock and see if it tastes like chicken.
You punch your fist into the fire quick enough that you are able to take a small piece of flesh off. Give or take like a chicken nugget size, I suppose. Bringing it out and tasting it itself. It does seem to taste good, not great. It's definitely not something that nobility would eat. It's something that maybe a commoner or higher than a commoner would eat, maybe a traveling merchant and the like. These things likely aren't meant to be consumed, but they can be. Like, if you are looking for this exact taste, it might be an acquired taste, but it's not bad. But it's not the best thing you've eaten in the world.
I have to say, this does not taste like chicken.
Then are you gonna eat that or are you gonna burn that?
I don't need to eat it for substance. I'm just wondering if it was
Then-
going to.
then
I'll
how about
flick it
yeah.
back into the fire.
There we go.
You flick it back into the fire. Already cooked, now begin to be overcooked soon after. Eventually, the team does sleep, and for at least the eventful night, nothing seems to happen. Soon enough, Kat, Iris take the first shift, Dan and Micah take the next, and Ray and Becky eventually wake up to take the third. Ray finding out that they are a very good body pillow, I suppose.
Yeah.
More like a furnace, just like something you put in the corner.
A heated
Here.
blanket. But soon enough, the day does break, and the rocks eventually just no more flesh able to be burnt. Turn to ash. Soon enough, the large charcoal mass Cat uses the weird what's it called again? Scarf hand thing, whatever that thing is. Because honestly, you don't know what it is. To just dump the mass down into the ravine.
Hey, Kat, also, just a quick thing. Could you please stop throwing me with your little scarf thing?
No?
Okay, just, okay.
Cat, can you fly with that scarf thing?
I don't think so.
You like to fly?
Not really. Too tall.
Wait, Cat is tall?
No. Cat meant, if they fly, they're too tall. Or
Mm.
something along that line.
Cat, are you afraid of heights?
No. They say. But looking at the day, looking at the next day, turning into the day, the team can venture forth if they decide to. I was wondering where Vostra went. They were behind Dan.
Oh. Oh my god, Dan. What are you doing?
Oh.
You can't just sit on people.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh.
My eyes are pretty dried out. I thought it was a rock.
Probably because you were next to me and I'm very cold.
Yes, or I was next to the burning bird, but yes.
Yeah,
Possible.
yeah.
Yeah, like Becky trying to keep warm in the blistering cold night. Dan being dried up by the fire needed to be cold by the not the opposite refrigerator, I suppose, is the opposite of a furnace. But your team does eventually come back to the area. You can tell that there's a giant bird in the sky, but it's probably the friendly one. Probably.
He won't want to mess with us. We burnt his friends.
Do you think that's its mother?
I hope we burnt its mother.
Do I care if it's his mother?
No, I'm just concerned about, being attacked. Like, in a future date, like a revenge scenario.
You say.
Birds do not have blood feuds.
They don't have what?
Blood feuds.
Blood feuds?
Yes.
Birds don't have blood feuds?
And they're obviously not very maternal, since they would let their kin die in a burny death.
Yes. Burn it to death.
I read it in a
Complaining
book.
now that they didn't come to save their people?
Well, technically they didn't die to the burning.
Well, the burning made them die more, so...
Ooh.
Iris does
Is this
state.
too soon?
Maybe a little bit. It's been a day, though. Iris does state, more than likely we shouldn't be attacked. Well, I would agree that birds typically don't have blood feuds, but depends on the species of the bird. But we
I
shouldn't be
think
attacked.
rocks are quite intelligent birds.
That's true. From what I could tell, they seem very territorial. So if we do go through this area again, I would move quickly. But since it is early morning, we could probably get out of here without too much of an issue. Most
We've
birds.
come, we've come to a road where we need to turn left or right.
That's true. Does anyone remember who has the map?
Do we have a map?
Yes, one of you was
I
given a
was
map.
not the responsible. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was one of you, either Becky or Vorstra.
Why would I have a map?
Can I
Because for some
check my
reason they said
inventory
you
for
were
a
the
map?
least responsible.
Sure.
I don't know.
I didn't write a map down.
Looking at your inventory, you can tell that you possess no map.
Yeah, guys, I don't have the map.
Can I look in my inventory for a map?
Looking at your inventory, it does not appear that you have a map. Eventually, Nara, you look, and you also don't have a map. Ray,
Darn.
looking in your inventory, no map. Dan, you probably don't even look, but everyone else is doing it, so you're just looking through your pockets and find no mystical force that everyone seems to be looking for. Micah has the
Okay,
map.
got it.
No way they
Oh.
would have trusted Micah with the map. Are you
Micah
sure?
would have forgotten
Or
they had
sure
the
you
map.
don't have the map?
I don't think I have a map.
Yeah, they wouldn't have given it to Micah.
Can
Are
we
you
just start patting down Micah?
Like,
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
awkwardly, people begin to fan over Micah, patting them down. Eventually, a map is found. I'm pretty sure I gave it to Micah, but I could be wrong.
No, you did give it to Micah. Just Ray think that Micah would be the responsible one and have it.
Yeah.
I
But
can't lose something I don't know I have.
that's true.
I think you can, actually.
Yes, I put it in my very special secret hiding place. My kids know about those.
Your left shoe.
That's mine.
That's all I was gonna say.
Oh, look! I have a map.
Looking at the map, you can tell going further north will curve you further west, which is the destination you are able to go to arrive to the kingdom's capital. But based on the map, that's the route the chieftain of the Goblin Village told you to go. But looking at the map again, you can tell going south will cut your travel time in half. But it does seem to
boy.
have like skull and crossbone insignias and stuff like that to indicate danger.
Oh, that looks promising.
They have
I
fossils.
love
There's
skulls.
things we could steal.
Before that, I'm gonna say let's trust Stocky Mom.
The map
think
sees the
that'd be
future
best.
of what I will bring. Skulls and crossbones.
I say we go straight.
I concur.
Again, I feel
Wow.
like we should follow the path that Short Stock Mom gave us.
Yeah.
Sure she's
There.
actually a mom?
She was a mom.
She was a mom, but she wasn't our mom.
Well, that
She
bird was allegedly a mom.
and she acted more like our mom too. She would not send us in a
We burned a mom last night.
Well, you not exactly sure. For some reason,
Wait, what?
Ray believes it to be true. But
anyways,
the choice is
I'm
yours.
the minority here, so make the decision.
There could be slaves south.
That is a good point. I do like
Great point.
slaves.
Winning
No,
winning
No, we're
argument.
trying to free the slaves.
Yes,
Oh.
we don't like
Yes.
slaves.
Temporarily
like-
free all
I
of
do
the
not like slaves. I mean, I like slaves depending on the circumstance. If it's a bad slave, then I don't mind slaves. But if
The
it's
less
a good
human, the
slave,
better. That's what I say for my slaves.
I don't mind slaves.
Preferably green.
Cat,
What?
Cat, what direction would you like to go?
The one to the north kind of seems boring. But you guys almost died fighting giant birds. I don't know if you can handle the south one.
Is that a challenge?
Not
Why would you say
really.
that? Why would you say
Sounded
that?
like a challenge.
Not really. You're all, except maybe Micah and Big Becky, little babies.
We're babies? What?
Yeah, you're.
No, what are you saying?
They extend out their weird scarf thing. It's like extends it out to maybe 3 feet tall. This is like Micah, and then shrinks it down to like 2.5 feet tall. And this is about everyone else.
We're not that small.
You're
Ah,
not
but
really wrong, though.
you're not really trained in combat.
Oh, speak for yourself.
I like that I'm getting lots of compliments.
I mean, you're also forgetful, Micah. I mean, you might be
Yeah, I
trained,
think Micah's prowess has been completely due to dumb luck.
but more or
Micah
less.
puffs up. Micah puffs up.
But
He's excited.
that's one person out of the entire group.
I think we all need to prove ourselves.
Yes.
Iris does state, I'll go with you, but I would encourage to go to the north. Is what she says. Not trying to help or prevent anyone from going either direction.
Well then, I guess we'll just have to split up the group.
I think that's not what we do. Oh, we're losing you.
Something's
Yep.
wrong with his helmet still.
Helmet
I think
must
he wants to split up the groups.
I don't think that we can safely assume that.
Well, why don't we flip a coin?
Yeah. Let's flip
Alright.
a coin. That seems like a reasonable thing to do in this situation.
Okay, up for that.
Okay, I suppose. Alright.
We flip a coin.
1 will be heads, 2 will be tails.
Alright, tails we
tails
go
us
the
out.
dangerous way.
Because we run tails.
No, tail should be the north way, because that would be like we were running with our tails between our legs. And head would be the dangerous way.
The
because
heads
we're
I'm gonna take to the
heading
south.
into danger.
I completely agree.
Alright.
Heads for danger.
Tails are for
Danger.
scared things.
So tails for danger? Is what I heard.
Heads for
Heads
danger.
Oh, heads for danger.
Yeah,
Because you
tail
cut them-
means that we're cowards.
Cut the heads off. Fine. Heads it is.
Alright.
So ignoring the roll.
I don't remember what that actually was supposed to be. We're going for it.
I
I
don't
guess we're
remember
going to
either.
get some heads with our tails between our legs.
Alright.
Ray, what do you think about this decision?
I'm smelling
shit.
burnt toast. Is
Oh, that's
this
just the rock.
normal?
Is
Well, we
this
could always
going
run away.
Then I'm fine going with every direction we definitely chose and I had input in.
Yes, you
Safe.
did.
Whoa.
I don't know what choice that is, but let's go.
Go team.
Oh, yes, this looks promising.
It looks
Becky,
like
are you
we stumbled
shaking
across
in your
a
boot?
completely natural phenomena.
Yeah, I'm a little lightheaded and dizzy.
I don't think humans or any beings have ever set foot here. It looks completely natural.
Nature is marvelous.
Looking at the area in front of you, after traveling a good distance to the south, you can tell that the more structured rather than sand form is here. With bedrock and sand overlapping one another, you can see that there is a structure higher up on a almost plateaued surface. There are stairs leading down and stairs leading up. Based on the map itself, you'll need to take the stairs leading up and continue westward. This will cut about a day and a half from your trip. But for some reason, this was marked with X's and skulls. Looking at the area in front of you, you can tell that there are some rudimentary stone slabs on the ground in a weird makeshift way that represents someone being here and placing them like that, not just them being there naturally. High
Guys,
up,
it looks like someone was sleeping here.
about 20 feet high, you can tell that there's a giant, more or less makeshift spear stabbed into the earth. While your characters technically can't see the circles there, it does seem to indicate something is above you.
Whoa.
Wow.
Becky, do you think you can use that spear?
I can use any spear.
Wow. What are the odds that something so natural can look so unnatural?
I would think from all my reading that it's extremely plausible. And this was here for millions of years thanks to natural shifts in the planet's outer cores.
Those are some words that I'm impressed that you knew, Becky.
My
I believe they're aliens. I think they've been put here
Of
by
course, our aliens.
I'm a little
Circle-
dizzy. Could
circle into
someone
our flat
please
Earth
describe
environment.
it again?
Okay, imagine John Carter, the movie, but without weird aliens and
Okay.
CGI.
Oh, what is a John Carter?
It's
a
like a
type of
candy
bird.
bar. Yeah,
What is a... Okay.
it's a candy
I-
bar.
This place looks
It's what you hit
extremely
people
pleasant.
with. It's
I'm going to
Ray,
look at
Ray's helmet is on backwards, by the way.
Can I investigate this area in the ground because it looks like pudding?
Looking for the south in the area that you find yourselves near, you can tell that there is a sludge-like ground underneath your feet, Becky. Without getting too close, you can tell that the sediment and the stone slabs seem to be more mixed in than the ones around, or the ones you can see. It does seem to indicate that the slabs are sunken in rather than placed there. Well, they likely were placed there, then sunken in. The ground itself seems to indicate some type of deeper. It seems deeper here than anywhere else. Becky, you can go ahead and roll investigation.
I'd also like to. Do I sense anything with my danger close?
Examining the area around you, you can tell that when you traveled southward, it was already immediately dangerous.
Shocking.
Like, you've. and everyone else specifically knew it was more dangerous.
My boots pick up danger?
Your boots can, yeah.
And
Do you activate them?
I activate them.
Activating, bringing about your stone armor, giving you a plus to your AC. So your AC is now 16. And the tremor sense. You can tell that the sand itself seems to be slick and quick based off of your roll. But with your boots, you can tell that the ground itself is slowly moving, twirling, kind of boiling in a sense as if it's in a giant pot, like it's water. If you had to guess, this type of substance is quicksand.
Hmm.
Can I breathe that water?
No.
Same. I was gonna ask the same thing.
We need to be careful, especially myself.
Did somebody hear something?
How far is it between the tiles? Can you leap from one to another?
Each tile is like 10 feet away from each other, so you would need acrobatics checks to get from one tile to the other. But one mistake could just drop you in. But at the exact same time, for currently right now, it doesn't seem like anything's inside. I think it's anything visible.
Anyone sense anything of use in this random hole?
I don't know. Can a sand lizard walk on quicksand?
Ooh.
Maybe. You don't really know what a sand lizard can and cannot do. That's not
I
normal
would like
human
to
knowledge.
transform it into a sand lizard and find out.
All right.
Before I'm going to get my rope ready to tie around said sand lizard.
Please tie rope around said sand lizard. I am powerful.
I can just turn into a bird and fly.
A chicken could easily probably walk on top of the sand, but we don't
I
make
want to know why
best
you have to
decisions.
walk on it.
We have to walk on it. Sand lizard.
A sand lizard eventually is formed from Dan,
So
taking
specific.
shape. Well, unfortunately, I didn't have sand lizard. I did have lizard though.
Is the rope too big for the sand lizard?
Not too big. It's just very awkward. For some reason I can't. You should have control of it now.
Okay. There we go. Alright, hold on to me, Becky. I'm quite large
I'm going
and
to
powerful.
throw the lizard onto.
What am I looking for? Oh, we'll just see if I die.
Never mind.
All right. Becky, you can tell that the sand lizard currently is moving around. You can tell while they're moving, it doesn't seem to be. They don't seem to be sinking in, but pausing, and looking back at you, they begin to slowly sink into the ground.
I'm swimming.
Becky is very
Don't-
used to this and views this kind of like fishing. And she's
Back.
having a good time with it.
Why come back when it could go down?
You
Sand lizards can breathe under sand.
uh, they can hold their breath better, but they can't breathe in dirt.
I don't know this.
That's true. Looking back, looking towards Becky and Micah, saying, "I'll come back when I feel like it," or something around that lines.
Yeah.
Becky and Micah, you don't hear anything that the sand lizard said. They just
It
seem to
was
be
very
sticking their tongue out at you, moving forwards.
Well,
I don't know they can't understand me as a sand lizard.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time you've actually used this. Well, second time. So you honestly don't know if they can or
That's
cannot.
true.
Is there something you're looking for, or are you just wandering the area?
Is
Yes.
there anything of value close enough for me to jump onto?
The current systems around you do seem to be the stone slabs themselves. So unless you find something there, it just seems to be quicksand with giant deposits.
I'd like to investigate the stone slab.
All right, roll an investigation.
I got a bad investigation. But I always got
You
good
rolled well,
rolls.
though. Examining the slab, you can tell that each one seems to be marked with a different symbol. But this symbol specifically can't be read unless you acquire another one.
Oh boy. Becky, it needs more symbols. I need to go acquire another one. I would like
What?
to try to make it to another stone slab.
All right, which one?
The one south of me.
You begin to sprint to the south one.
I made it.
Seeing the symbolism, you can tell that this is another symbol that is half formed, which means looking at it and looking at the one you had beforehand, it's not the same pairing.
Oh.
It seems this one also needs a separate copy. Well, a separate half.
Tempting. I would like to go back to Becky. So I will just crawl back.
did you find something, boy?
Yes, we need to get some things that you can't understand what I'm saying.
Does anybody speak lizard?
Does anybody speak lizard?
No.
No, sorry.
Iris speak lizard.
Iris can speak with animals, yes.
Yes, can you speak with this lizard? I don't know what it is.
I'm pretty sure it's Dan.
Ah,
Yes,
I've been using
there
it.
are some
Fishing.
strange symbols that require matching, though I think someone should risk their life to figure it out.
If you can get the symbols and write them down, I might be able to make use of them, but I can't go on there. I'm too heavy.
How many feet can Becky throw me?
A pretty good distance, I suppose.
my God.
You ask Iris. Iris asks Becky. Becky, what's your assumption?
A small lizard such as that, with the dragon, the air and gravity, as well as wind gusts. I'd say about 60 yards.
Wow, wow.
Alright, and
Yards?
And-
Becky, aren't you not?
Okay, Iris,
you
I
be
would
able
like
to
Becky
aim?
to throw me to the exit of this area.
Hold on, make sure
Preferably
Becky
the
has her
other side.
glasses on.
Well, that'd be quite a distance.
That would be 60 yards.
60 yards easily.
Okay. I would like Becky to throw me to each slab and then pull me back so that I can draw the symbols into the sand
All right.
with my bod.
Iris probably words it a little bit differently than Dan, but she does tell this to Becky. Becky, do you do so? Well, yes, no.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll athletics.
Solid roll.
9's all every time.
You toss Dan towards the other side. As far as you think 30... No, not
Whoa.
30. 60 feet is. He lands pretty far into the other side in the middle of the quicksand. Hitting it, you can tell that they are fine. They do sustain 1d4 point of damage because you were thrown.
Damn, how much damage does a lizard take?
Let's find out.
Probably not a whole D4.
Less than a chicken.
I feel like I changed back into Dan.
I'm gonna give you the max. It's 4.
Okay, so I feel pretty good. I've got 4 legs. I feel great. I would like to go all the way as fast as I can go to this corner.
All right. Getting to the other corner, you can tell that this one is the connecting one to the first one you found.
Wow. I again have no clue what this means. I don't really know how to communicate to Becky to get back. So while I do it, I will run over here really quick, and I would see if this connects to any of the other ones.
Quickly moving to the other side, you are able to get there just fine. Looking at that one's a different symbol. It would need another pair.
Okay. Got a problem. Oh, I know what I could do. I again would make it here. Just gonna crawl back.
Going around, you find this symbol is different than the ones you've seen so far, so it does need another pair.
Wow. Okay. Well, we might as well just keep this train rolling.
Micah would like to see if with the sand lizard, I'd like to yell to the sand lizard to try to walk on the red rock rather than through this quicksand.
But I'm a sand lizard.
Oh, okay.
With claws.
That's true. I would like if I climb up the rock.
You begin to climb up the rock just fine.
Oh, wow. Who said that sand lizards couldn't live on rocks? I would like to go here then.
Climbing over the giant rock, you climb onto the other side just fine. This one is the pairing to the one you just left.
Okay, I have found 2 connections. What about this one?
That has no current pairing.
Shit, it's getting complicated.
Or one
Okay.
you've already seen.
I jump here.
Quickly skidding to the other side, you do find that that pairing is the same one as this one, so you found that pairing.
Okay, I quickly run back.
All right. Scribbling down a good amount of the notes written in Draconic, Iris does state, all right, are you sure this is everything? It seems like I'm missing a symbol.
Oh, I figured we could just guess on the last one. It's safer just to wing it. We got most of it. I'm all about 70% is pretty good in my book.
Wait. It would only take a few more minutes, right, to continue?
We can't understand it.
Dan, roll deception.
Yes. I gotta find deception. That's pretty good at rolling, so.
That is
Nope,
pretty good.
never mind.
I'm not going to give her a modifier because she would not think Dan would be lying. That's an 8. All right, if you're sure, I don't want to put your life in any danger.
I do have a question. What would I do with this information?
Well, this is likely some type of message we can use, but unless I get the
Oh.
entire message, I don't know what exactly it means.
So it
It's-
could be something like this, like, don't go here, but if I don't get it all, it'll say go here.
Maybe, or it could be some type of cipher key that we might need to use later on, or it could just be a warning. I'm not exactly sure, but since I don't want to put your life in any danger, it's best that I suppose we try to guess this.
Okay.
Dan, you could crawl on the rock around and crawl down to the 2 left remaining.
Oh, and for intensive purposes, Iris is just translating for Dan. Easier that way
Okay.
for everyone.
Regrettably, Dan does it. Dan is a good lizard.
You
I've
find one
already
of
been here. I think I haven't been here.
you haven't been there. You find one of the missing pieces, but it does not have its pair.
But it pairs here. Wow. Oh boy, I'm so fast.
Eventually, you do find the last pairing. Huzzah!
Nice. Huzzah, I got it.
All right. Quickly crawling back. The rope is very tangled now.
Very tangled. We didn't use it one time. Becky, I would like you to punch me. For as lightly as you can.
What? What?
Why?
Please hit me. Oh, so I cannot be a sand lizard.
What?
Iris
Can't you
translates
just drop
this, and also says, "What?"
I must take 2 damage to no longer be a sand lizard. I am new to
Seems
this.
inefficient.
It seems calculated.
Iris, tell me this.
It's specific.
Iris tells you this, yes, but is also confused when saying this.
Okay. Then I would like Becky to throw me as far as she can. To the west. I'll scout ahead.
All right, Becky, where do you throw down? I suppose if you
I
if you
can
decide
as
to throw
far as I can west.
Roll athletics.
Roll athletics. West is
Give me a
also,
21.
mind you, going downwards, so it probably is a little bit more dangerous.
That's a far throw.
It's pretty far. Examining the wind, looking at the destination, and taking note of Dan's weight, you are able to go a good 60 feet.
Wow.
So tossing him over,
Stealthy.
more or less stealthy, you do hit this wall. Due to the distance, the wall hitting, you're basically falling 60 feet. So you do sustain a lot more than 1d4.
Calculated.
Calculated.
Oh, man, are you bad at math?
I'm gonna be nice and just do half of what you would have probably taken. So it's only 3d6.
It's that far down? But lizards have no terminal velocity. Or a very, I don't know what it'd be. Terminal velocity.
Thankfully enough, it's only 10. So immediately, Dan, you turn back into Burn It Down Dan.
I play dead as soon as I come back to life.
And you, after that, do take the remaining 8 points of damage to your normal health.
Nice. Did I see anybody while falling? My lizard eyes?
You saw more sand.
Okay, good. We look safe.
Iris, did you get anything from Dan or that lizard? Like of use?
Yes, I got these symbols, but it'll take me a moment to get these ciphers correctly.
Oh.
Or at least get the order correctly. Looking at Dan...
What language are these symbols in?
Draconic.
I know Draconic.
Cool.
Wow.
Then you can help her, which would give her advantage. Looking at the symbols, looking at everything else, she is... Rolled 2 12s. So the advantage really didn't help here. Both the modifier, looking at everything. All right. Motorcycle sounds. She does state. All right. I think I have everything written down. It does read as follows. Look out for the wandering soul still haunting the plains and the close. Burnt into the ground, pierced into the soil. Ever going, ever growing, evermore.
That
Beware.
doesn't sound ominous at all.
Well, this might. The last part does state, beware the visual tombs, I think. I could be mistranslating it.
These are tombs.
Oh my god.
Well,
Tomb.
I can talk to dead people.
Oh, great.
while this is all going on, Nara, is there something you're doing while everyone's burning things to the ground?
Burn
The
it
normal.
down.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna say you and Kat play some sort of game while everyone is burning stuff to the ground.
Yeah, that's also normal.
Yeah.
This is fine.
So, given the information and the warning, what do you guys do, or potentially not do?
Think we should look around carefully in case there's any traps. Because I'm not afraid of no ghost.
Iris, I would like to hear it one more time. I seem to have forgotten something.
Alright, it's written in a flowery way, so I'll make it as clear as possible. That's me just saying I don't want you guys getting confused, so I'm just gonna make it as clear as possible.
Okay.
Watch out for the warnings hidden in the sand, as visible as the stones that you can see. Pierced in to the ground by magic.
I get it. Okay, so
I
we
think
need
it's
to figure out
talking
the
about.
rest of the warning before we can be afraid of the warning.
I agree.
We need someone who can walk on quicksand.
Or we could avoid it. Or we can get Dan again.
What's Dan is here?
He's playing dead.
Looks where you threw the lizard.
Lizard?
Notices Dan. No, he died.
Oh
Dan's
My-
dead.
god.
Blood on the wall.
I'll go check it out.
Beware of wandering soul and tombs and rock messages? Could it be Dan, the monster?
Micah.
Dan, wake up.
Just walked out.
Micah, you just walk down there, slapping Dan in the face. Eventually, you can tell that red marks are sustained on his face cheeks. So you can tell that blood's still circulating, which means that he's
Face
unfortunately still alive.
Oh, unfortunately.
I'm glad you touched my face cheeks and not my butt cheeks.
I grab Dan by one foot and I drag him to the rest of the people.
Please clarify one human foot.
It is
Human foot.
What a very
As opposed
dainty,
to fish foot.
heavily shaven foot.
Pink toenail polish.
It is a lovely foot. They
Dan
got
with
great
very
pads.
small shoes.
I am dead. Can somebody heal me?
I will heal you.
Can
All right.
the vampire heal me?
The vampire can't only hear you.
Oh wow.
Lay on
That
hands.
is of no
You-
use.
Ray's learning. Also parking a car, apparently. But Micah is able to use lay on hands. Micah, I think from what we just figured out last time, is you have 20 hit points. It might have been 25, but I'm going to say 20 until I get told otherwise. So you can bring back Dan to full or just a little bit. He currently has 8 HP missing.
I'll bring him back to full.
All right.
Really going all the way. Thank you. I feel much worse.
Looking at you, Iris does state, I'm glad you're okay. I can see now what you meant by being in danger. I don't know why the person that taught you magic didn't tell you can dispel magic.
Dispel as in scare away?
Or release it.
But I don't want to release magic. I am magic.
A twist.
It must be some
Does-
sort of school I don't know of.
Does
Yes.
this mean that he doesn't have to kill himself to come back?
Potentially, yes. But I'm not sure
The poor
On-
sacrifices.
on how Dan was taught magic, so I'm not sure if he can or can't. Iris looks worried, but out of game, no, he doesn't. He can just release the
I
magic.
taught
and-
myself magic. This is why I can spit poison, shape water, shoot icicles, and turn into animals. I have a wide variety of magics.
I also
that-
have a
that-
lot of magic.
I also can heal.
I was born with plenty of mana and lots of magic potential.
Austin, I think you need to learn how to, or Dan, you need to learn how to fix yourself.
Well, I can tell you it is safe to go the middle way. There was nobody down there.
Iris does state, the middle way does seem to go north and south, but those aren't the direction we're going.
Well then.
Shall we explore to the north and look for more messages? Forsta.
Yes.
I just had this random thought.
She does have
Can't you
wings.
fly?
What?
Can you fly?
Also, I'm back.
There's no one around who is not in our party, right?
Cat.
Okay, I count Cat as part of the party. Yes, I can fly.
Oh my god.
Should I
Save
fly and
the-
see if there's like a bigger pattern here?
Well,
Go find the pattern and
I-
get the message so we don't get attacked by the something. Ants, probably.
Message? Who's
Spiders,
trying to communicate with us?
aliens.
why don't we just go take the aliens' heads?
I fly, and I. How long does that last from the bracelet?
It does last a good while. From what I remember, it was an hour.
Oh, sweet. Then I'm gonna fly up, and I'm gonna kind of circle around and look for any patterns, like in the ground or in any formations or anything that we maybe haven't seen yet.
Looking in the sky, you can tell that there are other pockets of quicksand. Looking around, you can tell that most of them do have to have symbols, but the very farthest one does seem to have a symbol of a crown and what appear to be it looks like gemstones, but at the exact same time, they also look like screaming spirits.
Huh.
That, however, you look further on into the north, you can tell that the giant spear-like device is pinned into the ground with symbolism of magic overlaced around it. It is written in Undercommon if you have that language.
Oh, I should. But do I?
Not till we go
No,
learn
I
it.
don't.
I have one language.
Guys, we should check this out, and I'll lead everyone.
Yes, let's go check it out. Wow.
So, okay, remind me again, beware of the warning that's written in the sand. Is that what it said?
Beware of the warnings that is written in the sand. Beware of the stones as visible as day. And of the magic pinned into the ground.
Oh.
Pinned. Magic.
Yeah, that's that thing.
It's
Avoid that. I don't think we should go there.
I don't
can
think we
go
should
there.
be
I
here
am
at all.
magic.
I'm gonna
Very
fly
soft.
over it.
You
This is
fly
a terrible
over it.
idea.
All right, you're above it. What do you do?
Just making sure that nothing's gonna happen.
Can you burn it down from up there?
Any messages?
Can I actually try? So, can I try using a cantrip like over and over to try to ice this thing over?
What kind of cantrip?
Frostbite? Is frostbite a
Interesting.
cantrip? I can't remember. Yeah, frostbite. Needs to make a constitution save.
Casting frostbite in the area, it slowly but eventually does thaw into the weapon of the spear and burning into it again and again until it goes into the magical circles. It does eventually turn the area into a more makeshift ice cube. You do it again after a good 10 minutes until the area is coated in almost permafrost. The symbols coated in this ice. You're not exactly sure what happens after this, though, but it has been affected by your magic.
Cool.
I too shoot some
Green
frostbite.
tail girl shooting ice at a giant spear.
Dan, taking a look at this, also shoots frostbite in the area.
I am magic.
Dan is
I
magic.
froze the device, people. We can now proceed.
Are you sure that it's safe?
Probably not. We probably should have read all the messages.
Well, if it is or isn't, it likely has some sort of trigger. And Vorstra's magic and Dan's magic, quickly saying that, likely didn't cause it to activate, whatever it might have been.
Does anybody
needs more
read this
magic.
language?
Language.
Looking at it, you can tell that it is in Undercommon.
Does anybody read Undercommon?
I only read common.
Yes, I also speak Undercommon.
You speak
What?
Undercommon?
The whole time.
Yes, I speak a lot of different languages.
No,
So
that's
what does
nothing.
it say?
Can you
Yeah,
read
what
it,
does
or
it
do
say,
we gotta
Ray?
burn the ice down?
Yeah,
I
right?
don't know. What does it say?
Yeah, you do speak Undercommon. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
Examining the symbolism, you tell yourself you can read what you can. Sorry, Ray. It does seem to be a cyclical cycle of the seasons. It does seem to register that it is magical. It's not like a message written in the stone. It's more like a curse embedded into the ground. It does seem to be indicating of life, death, rebirth, renewal, and then continuing on with it type of cycle. Based on the symbolism written in Undercommon, you can tell that right now, or at least was, you're not sure if Vorstra's magic stopped it or currently holds it in place. That much you don't know. But you can tell that the symbolism does seem to indicate that the magic is holding down the life and the souls of the individuals trapped within tombstones nearby, keeping them alive and keeping them in order for them to attack others or to secure the area, rather.
So this thing is holding their spirits here so that they can defend this place? Is that what we're gathering?
It's holding their spirits here to bring them back to ward off or attack anything nearby.
Okay.
This is not good.
So we should destroy it. Let these people be free.
We can't cut off the heads of dead people.
Ray, you technically can read the magic, although you can't cast it. It does trigger as soon as someone steps onto the circle to maybe perhaps investigate it, look at it, or potentially if someone with enough weight triggers one of the tombstones. Ironically enough, Dan wasn't that heavy when he was a lizard.
Damn.
Those are two triggers that'll activate the magic, but right now you're not exactly sure if they can activate.
Does anyone have any ideas of what we should do?
Was there anything of value on the other tombs?
The only different one, Vorstrat, that you saw was the crown and spirit tombstone.
Whoa.
Do you think that makes us kings of spirits?
Aren't we going to king me at this? If we need a crown before I become king.
We're a
Vorstrat,
double.
you can tell that the symbolism on it was written in Sylvan.
Mm.
Whoa.
Are you an elf? Or
Am
a
I an
fae?
No, I'm human.
Then you can't be this king. Sorry.
Oh no, that's my name. I
Wait,
can be whatever
you're-
I need to be.
You're
Yes, you.
So, shall we king Iris?
We can King Iris.
No.
Naira is an elf.
That is
Iris
true.
is an elf.
Well,
Iris has.
Iris
years.
says no king for me. But we can check it out. But I'm not exactly sure if that's a good idea. But I don't really know if the magic will trigger anymore. It's a gamble right now.
Well, you don't step on anything.
He just shakes her head, not sure what to do.
I'm gonna go look at it.
I
Where is it?
try to be careful, at least.
I'm gonna go do my best.
I will go to.
Where
Great
is
Protection.
the crown jewel thing?
Cat's gonna go check it out too.
I'm going with cat.
So you can just follow Cat.
I'm going to. I am protection. I am
I'm
magic.
flying. Following.
Alright, at this point, it does seem like everyone's going. But I'll ask, Micah, where are you heading off to? Oh wait, you might not be back yet.
Oh.
Nara, where are you heading off to?
I will follow.
No.
All right. I'm gonna
loot
put
for me.
Micah in the middle of the bridge. Iris is gonna go make sure you guys survive. Ray, there is the frozen over circles and the tombstones. Where are you going?
I would follow the most amount of people,
That would be
so I
I
can
would
help them the most.
I would also like to turn into a giant crocodile.
Can I use a disguise kit on him? No.
You could, but it wouldn't help in this case. All right.
That's true.
But Micah, coming back, you can tell that the team has decided to go and investigate the crown and spirit tombstone. There still is the circle and spear magical mechanism that has been frozen over. Where do you decide to go, Micah? With the rest of the team, or maybe investigate that, or continue with the map you have and go closer to your destination?
I'll hang back behind Ray, but go with the team.
All right. Oh, okay. Not too close to Ray. 6 feet apart.
Nice. 5 feet.
Oh, it's 5 feet where you're from?
Oh, just the square.
Oh, you mean the squares.
Limited.
I'm a bad DM. Anyways. Dan, do I have a crocodile? No, I do have a crocodile. What am I talking
We
about?
killed a crocodile. That's how I
Yeah.
learned how to turn into it. Yes. I stared at it and I stole its soul. That's how I get forms.
Oh, I'm looking in the wrong area. No wonder I can't find crocodiles. Alright.
Huh.
Immediately you decide to turn into a giant crocodile. In
Wait,
mass.
is that what we killed like last time? Or it doesn't matter.
Nah, it's a new one.
Close.
To be specific, this is the one you killed last time.
Oh yes, that because it lives in the desert. And I saw it, so
Yeah, sure. I already have it picked out, so might as well use that one too. There you go. Alright. Turning into a giant crocodile for no apparent reason, potentially. Your team ventures towards the quicksand pit of the king crown situation.
I would like to test my fancy ground boots to see if they're any effective in quicksand by standing in right at the edge.
Standing right at the edge of it, you can tell that the boots immediately tremor sense the area. You can tell that there are forms in the sand where you currently stand. Humanoid forms almost preserved underneath the quicksand and the tombstones. 3 of them, in fact. You can tell also that there is a structure of a box underneath the crown tombstone, which is interesting, but you can't tell what's exactly in the tombstone itself, as the box is preventing you from getting a description. However, as you put your feet into the ground, the quicksand doesn't immediately consume it, but it is slowly bringing it further down.
Okay, so I jump back.
All right.
Okay, so bad news and good news. I sense 3 bodies, and that's interesting, and a box, which is also interesting.
Bah.
Yeah. So, what if we go down into the quicksand and hug the bodies and drag them back out, then burn them?
Wow. Wow. I am quite okay with that. How many of those bodies can I fit inside of me if I eat them?
Dan says, but while saying gar 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 gar, I forget what crocodiles sound like.
What is it?
I want.
Iris
Hold up.
translates.
Tell Becky that I want to eat the bodies, and then I could throw up the bodies, and we could just burn the bodies after that. So it'll be quite gross.
Iris says to Becky.
That is kind of what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking this whole vibe here has some zombie vibes, but if we don't trigger the zombies, we just go down and eat them.
You eat the zombies before they're
What are-
zombies. They can't be zombies.
They can't ever come back and get us. But we'll need more rope. Mine's all
We'll
tangled.
need
I
a
don't
lot
have-
of rope. I would like to eat one zombie.
Does anyone else find this plan destined to succeed?
No. I don't think so. I think Dan might be a little too heavy on this part.
I could just grab the bodies
grab the
with
box.
the human hands, but
What if you go down there and grab the box?
oh. Do I have thumbs?
What?
You have claws that you can reach into the box and maybe grab through it. You don't necessarily need thumbs, or you can
Am I bigger
body.
than a human though?
You're a pretty decent size above standard human.
So I could grab more stuff.
I wouldn't say that, but you can definitely try.
Damn. How am I gonna get to the box, Becky?
You
Oh.
go?
Can I swim through the quicksand relatively slowly?
You've never seen this happen
Oh,
ever.
I don't know. I want to try it out. I'm an alligator. It's like water.
Do you put your head into the quicksand and try to see if you can?
Just really close. Yes. Right on the edge.
All right, you get really close to the edge. Put your head down into the quicksand. Surprisingly enough, far faster than the body. The lizard's, the giant crocodile is submerging a lot faster, almost like
Wow.
it's water than sand. How deep and how far do you submerge your head?
Is it water?
It's not.
I stick it halfway in.
You stick it
To
halfway
the eyeballs.
to the eyeballs, causing your nostrils to be closed in that area. You can tell you can't breathe it, but you can tell that your lung strength is a lot stronger than most people. Overall, if you're quick about it, you might be able to swim through it. But if you're not quick about it and something stands against you or in your way, you might accidentally suffocate within the quicksand. It would also require a good amount of strength to be swimming in sand itself.
Damn. Well, it looks very plausible, Becky. We just need a lot of rope. It might be better to send a human, but if you need me, I could do it.
Does anyone know what the lizard is saying?
Ray is muted.
Iris translates.
I was muted.
Very quiet.
Sorry,
I
his
have to
ears
say-
are clogged.
Ray, were you muted?
Well, it turns out that I had my helmet on backwards the entire time, so I flipped it around. I can see now. This seems dangerous, and yeah, just very dangerous.
It's me.
Becky cuts off my
Ah.
tail. Do I weigh less?
You'd also be extremely injured, but you would weigh less.
Oh, wow. I'm thinking about it.
Cat does state, we can try that, or we can try hopscotching over the stones. I mean, me or Nara's been doing that for a while, but not in quicksand.
Does have
Mhm.
wings.
Doesn't that activate the trap? Can Vorsta just fly over and see if these damn boxes have any message on them?
Yes, except I cannot read them.
And,
Ray as you fly.
I will fly over them.
you
Hold
fly over
Ray in
them.
your arm.
Fly over them and
Uh,
write them in the sand,
you,
like Dan did.
you try
Yeah,
to...
can I like take notes?
Dan did symbols, not messages.
That's true. These ones are symbols as well, but they're fully formed symbols that Vorstra can't read, unfortunately. Jotting them down on a piece of paper, but before that, trying to see if they can carry Ray to lift him up to see if they can read them. Ray's too heavy.
Fat.
Iris.
So you fly into the sky, writing these symbols down in a small piece of notebook, doing some light illustrations of the crown and spirits. Flying back down, you are able to... Well, the group is potentially able to interpret them now. They are written in Sylvan, if anyone speaks it.
Somebody speaks it.
Sorry, speaks what?
Iris?
Sylvan.
No, I speak
Sylvan.
Elvish.
I speak many
Same
languages, but
thing.
Sylvan is not one.
Iris, ironically enough, does not speak Sylvan. She
I
can...
do.
Boy.
What was that? What was that?
Sylvan.
Nice. Then you can read it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Looking towards the symbolism itself, examining it, you can tell that the symbols on the other tombstones seem to indicate rebirth. It just simply means that those are likely the tombstones that the humanoids will pop out of. So,
Okay.
you writing it down, Vorstra and Becky did give information, so the three bodies likely indicate the three humanoids that'll pop out and attack you in the area. Examining the last symbolisms of the crown and the spirits, you can tell that long ago someone important here died of age long since past and, well, non-existent at this point. There is no indicating markers of long ago there was this king. It's simple stories that is written down in almost like sound and wave patterns, as the Sylvan language is a lot more methodically musical. Looking at it and examining it, you can tell that inside of this tombstone carries a lot of weight. It carries the subject of role and spirit strength, as well as the focus within and the ability to cast beyond the stars is how it's written. And to be a shining beacon to the spirits around.
So what you're saying is we should turn around and avoid
Run.
this area. Just run. Just straight
Right.
run. All right.
But
So I'm assuming that was only just me being able to read everything, and I haven't told
You
anybody else in the team.
You haven't told anyone else. It's honestly just your
Okay.
information at the moment in time.
Okay. Well, I'm immediately going to turn to Becky and Borstra and give them the quick rundown the symbols and the meaning and what I was able to kind of get from it.
All right, Becky and Vorstra, you now have this information.
Oh my god.
So, guys, are we good to go? Should we just try?
To leave? I'm ready.
Yeah, we should leave.
Well,
It seemed like aliens.
I mean, we could always throw Cat in there.
Cat backs
What?
up.
The issue with this
So if you
I
take
don't
my
quite
arms, I could be a snake and I can slither over.
Iris translates for Dan.
like to get the box.
Also, Dan, you can't technically do that anymore. You've used up your 2 wild shapes for the day.
Yes,
mean,
but
you
if you cut my arms off, then I'm a snake.
I mean, I suppose, being a little bit morbid there, but yeah.
We also
Do you
do
survive
damage and
that
turn back
though with
to
2 hit points?
I don't know.
Maybe Ray could use his vision and cauterize your arm limbs.
wait, my vision. I do
Don't
not
you-
have laser vision.
I could freeze it.
I can produce flames though.
Come here, Vorstra.
Just tie a rope to me. I'm heavy,
What?
and then go get it, Becky. Go get it, Becky.
Or I could also
Iris
just
translates.
suture and just sew things up.
Come over here to me.
Just go get
I'm thinking this is not a good plan.
Freeze this a pathway to this crown, avoiding these blocks because they're pretty dangerous.
Ray, I'm
Get ready, son.
I'm gonna stand on the other side of the rock so that I'm headed on my way out if anything goes wrong. You want to come with me?
I can
Sure.
start freezing.
I was gonna say, can't we use stealth to
Stealth.
kind of get
Yeah,
through
just try to
without
sneak
a
away.
problem?
In theory, yes and no. Alright.
Okay, here's what I would like to do.
Yes.
Can I, still flying, float up and see if I can find a path out of here that looks safe?
Like, out of this terrain, or, like, out of the sand?
Just generally away from all these tombs.
Oh, yeah, the way Ray and Micah are going.
Yep,
Ironically enough.
that way. Okay. I'm going to direct everybody that way. And I will lie if I have to, just to get them down that path.
Yeah, Iris immediately believes you. Also to making sure that Ray and Micah are okay. Cat doesn't believe you whatsoever. He's sticking around.
Well, like, I don't know, Becky and seem to want to keep going on this, and I'm going to be like, oh, there's a really cool looking thing over here. We should totally go see it.
Run past me.
Wait,
So
if they are determined to do this, then Iris, you continue with this group. I'll.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's bad.
Cat really does like cool things, and they would want to look at it.
There's a cool shiny thing over here.
No, specifically, Vorstra said cool thing, and Cat does like cool things.
Yeah, Becky, lizard guy, we should all go this way because it looks much more interesting than these old stones.
I need your rope.
Nope, I think the rope is needed over this way.
I will hand them my rope.
Thank you.
No!
Ray playing devil's advocate hands over Becky the rope.
So I need someone to freeze this for me.
Dan would like to freeze the sand.
Dan, in your
Ray,
current form,
I'm
you can't
trying
cast
to
magic.
get them away.
I thought I could cast magic through my forms. Dan realizes he can't cast magic as an alligator.
Nobody's listening to my asking for freeze, so I punched Dan in the face for 2 damage.
That does nothing. It just hurts Dan in the nose.
Yeah, he's an alligator, not a lizard anymore.
So this is how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to take out my javelin and tie rope to it.
You do so.
And I'm going to throw it here.
How far? Go ahead and roll athletics.
It can't be a 9 again.
Well, it could potentially be a 9 again. Or
Could
worse.
Could be a 3. Could be a
Wait, what?
21.
Athletics. Hold on.
At the very least, it can be a 5.
Or acrobatics.
Athletics.
Why am I blind?
Tightrope? Yeah. Wait.
Why do I have animal hand? Where's my athletics? Oh, it's
At
right
the
there.
very top.
God, I'm so blind.
Is there any way that I can assist or add guidance or anything?
Guidance probably, but she's already chucked. So throwing the spear that you've been using quite a while, you are able to pierce into the other side of the little what would this be called? Like the end of the tunnel?
The rock face?
Rock face, yeah.
Rock window. Yeah.
The rock face / walk window. It's
Okay.
inside.
I'm going to tie this side of the rope to the wall over here. And
Alright.
I'm going to shimmy on my back with my legs up across the rope.
All right. Becky, roll a d20. Not bad. Getting to the other side without too much of an issue. It is a struggle, and eventually Vorstra does figure out that you're still trying to do this.
Okay, well,
Becky! No!
actually, I'm going to stop right here.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm going to hang upside down on my knees, like with my knees around the rope. And I'm going to take out my thieves' tools, as well as a little bit of this hemp rope I have.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to tie this box closed.
It's not a box. It's more like a slab of stone placed
Oh,
on
no.
top of quicksand.
Yep, I'm just going to ignore it.
Okay.
I'm going to go right here.
Okay. You managed to get
I'm
there
going to-
without trouble for now.
Cool. I'm going to swing and jump onto this.
All right, go ahead and roll athletics. Nah, actually, I'll give you a choice. This could be considered a feat of strength or a feat of quick cunning. So athletics or acrobatics.
Which one's my best?
I'm just gonna go.
Athletics.
Ray, what you were saying?
I'm gonna go preemptively cast aid on Becky to give Becky 5 more HP, as if it might matter.
Is a distance spell.
It should be a distance spell, and up to 3 people.
Cool. You're able to do so.
Also, just because it is a level 2 spell, I'm gonna just give me and Naira, no, Dan and me 5 more HP because I can do it up to 3.
Okay. He's an alligator.
Dan, you feel a little bit better, although you're an alligator still. It just means you'll have to be hit harder to go back to normal.
Cool.
Based on the way you decide to use your magic.
I'll never be normal.
Becky, you jump onto the other side, almost immediately slipping but catching your feet on top of the tombstone. You were very, very close to falling.
I turn to my friends and I flick them off.
Oh, I just aided you, but okay.
I flip you back.
Thank you.
Yeah, I give her the finger as well.
Take that as a compliment.
I'm still trying to burn your hair. I mean, what?
investigate this tomb.
All right, go ahead and roll investigation. All right, investigating the tombstone, you can tell that there's symbolism that Vorstra has mentioned. There is the Sylvan language. There's also some mechanism lining the tombstone itself as if it's a door. You can tell that there's a few ways to open it. One would be to cast, or at least say the song of the tombstone in order for it to open, and the other one would be to get very lucky with thieves' tools.
I'd like to use thieves' tools.
All right then.
Since I can't sing the song, right? I don't have the language.
You don't have the language. It would be like you trying to speak Japanese, maybe Thai.
Attribute would I use on the?
died.
It'd be your thieves tool. So you just click on your thieves tools.
Oh, it comes with a attribute input
Oh,
value.
dexterity. Dexterity or strength, but this would be more dexterity than anything else. 14. Using your thieves tools to try to sever the connections of the door path. It rings and chimes, and eventually you do hear a click. But then soon after, you do hear the click sink back in, and your thieves tools break in between. The small piece of metal that you were trying to do so breaks in half. You do have more, but this first attempt has been thwarted.
Blessed.
No, Ray wanted to see if Bless would help, but never stated that they cast Bless.
Ray, I need blast.
Oh, I would have casted Bless. I didn't know if that Bless helped out of combat.
That wasn't combat. Oh, you
No,
mean
I know.
out of
I didn't.
combat.
Yeah,
No.
I didn't know it. Oh, then could I change from aid to bless? Because if I knew it was out of combat, I would have used bless.
Sure.
So
Dan, unfortunately, you are a little weaker now, but who knows? Less punches to take you down.
Sorry, I didn't know that was for out of
Damn.
combat too.
That's fine. Becky, you now have a D4.
Can I roll thieves' tools again?
Okay.
How many times can I roll my thieves' tools?
Depends on how many times you fail. But likely once more at the very least.
Boy.
Fret.
Alright, that's worse than before, but you do have a D4 now.
Do I know if they're breaking at all? Can I sense it?
You can tell that moving it around the system you did beforehand, this time the little mechanism that clicked open did not even bother to do that. Or at least at the current moment in time that you're doing it, you can add a bless if you'd like.
Becky, don't fret not. I have another set of thieves' tools if you need it, but it'll be 450 gold.
300.
400.
I don't have 400.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Okay, well,
Becky, you can do
Going
the D4
to-
more than once, so you don't have to really... if you don't want to, you don't have to, but you can do it more than once.
Oh, I can do the D4 more than once?
Yeah, it's
A different,
concentration.
a different roll, but you can do it more than once. Like, say you fail this time, you can potentially do it again and add it. Unfortunately, you only rolled 2. Clicking it and moving it, you can tell that this time you did open it, but like before, Ray kind of caught you off guard, saying, "Yeah, if you break them all, I'll just sell you for 400 gold." That rude comment, I mean, all you did was flick them off, caused you to panic, and immediately that system closed down on your thieves' tools, breaking it in half. You still have a few uses, but at this point, Nara's kind of the closest one based on the alignment. Nara, you can tell that right now, the symbol pierced into the ground by the spear is thawing away. More than likely, if that did help or prevent something from activating, you likely have one more chance before something happens. If you're that unlucky.
Ray is dying laughing because not because of the flicking off, but because Becky made fun of Ray for not being able to lockpick Tim's journal. So this is just revenge.
All right. Working at it, you can tell that your thieves' tools are bending, and then they snap. You only have 7 more attempts to use your thieves' tools now. That just means that if you fail those 7, then your thieves' tools are gone. But at this point in time, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I just like walk into the cave and just whip out my guitar
Yeah.
and just try and attempt to sing? Because obviously Becky's not doing a very good job.
Rolling a lot of 14s.
You rush over to the side, shove Ray to the side
Whoa.
while she's laughing.
Yeet! Oh, he's gone.
I didn't actually mean that. Shove Dan into the side of the wall, hitting him so
God.
hard he turns back into Dan. No, it's fine. Nara, go ahead, and you know the current situation at hand. You know that the symbols are thawing back into place. So, fully keen and aware, I would say you have advantage based on what's happening right now.
hmm
So go ahead and roll performance, and we will take the highest number. Rolling performance in the area, casting the song, and knowing the words because you quite literally read them not too long ago. It begins to chime in, and the echoing compartment of this cave system, due to the surrounding walls, does buff it in and helps to echo it into the room. As soon as that happens, Becky, underneath your feet, it begins to slowly and surely buckle underneath, and it almost feels as if your weight gave the tombstone enough oomph to break down as it does open underneath you. You hit the ground, which, surprisingly enough, there is one, and inside seems to be a golden white crown.
I inspect the area for traps.
It is about 6 by 6 by 6 box. If there are traps, you'd be able to see them.
Okay. I put on the crown.
You grab onto the crown, and immediately you can tell it begins to burn your hands. Not as if you can't hold on to it, but it's as if you're holding on to a very hot burrito. It's the only way I could describe it. So, do you put on the crown? Why? And yes, no.
I throw it in my bag.
You shove it in your bag. Nothing happens. Or at least nothing like gets caught on fire, but you're no longer warming up your hands in that very awkward feeling.
Now I'm gonna crawl out and go back to my peeps.
All right, how are you gonna do that?
How far am I down?
You can climb up to the surface. That's not an issue, but you are pretty far away from your peeps. You can climb onto the rope and try to do that.
I'm gonna jump back.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and roll acrobatics or athletics.
It's like a gymnast. I'm gonna jump back. Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I kind of really wanted you to fail.
Want another 14.
You jump onto the rope just fine and begin to slowly but methodically get to the other side. Nara, in turn, realizing that you did it, but doesn't see anything on you, or at least nothing new. You still have the boots, you still have your armament, so either there was nothing inside, or Becky hit it on the person. And honestly, Nara, knowing Becky, they probably did that.
I paid Nara 100 gold things.
Ooh.
I don't say anything except
Sugar
for, like,
mama.
very quiet thank you.
I blessed you, just to let you know.
As soon as
Sorry, did someone say something?
I look
I
at
discouraged you.
I don't give Ray anything.
I didn't expect you to do anything.
They didn't help me.
As soon as this happens, Ray complaining to Becky, you can tell that, well, Vorstra and Micah, because you are the ones currently in the area, that the ground underneath you begins to slowly crumble. You can tell that it is picking up speed. Whatever this place was protecting, it's no longer protecting that. And right now, you probably need to run.
Guys,
Oh,
I think
no.
we probably need to run.
Let's run. I
But
say
Ray
we
is
run.
bad at
I'm good
running.
running. I've got twice the legs to run.
Ray trying to hold all the health
Ray's
potions.
really bad at running.
Ray,
Dan, jump on me. I'll carry you.
Yeah, do your best. Come
But
on,
Ray's
let's go.
so fat.
there
Can
was
you carry a full-size person in plate armor?
Yeah, just remove his armor. It's fine.
I'll
I'm
try to
carrying
keep
Take
up.
it off. Take it off.
I'm carrying Dan.
Dan's a big alligator. You could
Ride
Dan.
Dan.
everyone
Yeah,
on
Dan-
Dan almost
fast as
ate
fuck.
Becky last week.
All right.
That's fine.
If you can fly, you'll be fine. If you have the tracking skills of a ranger, you'll likely be fine. If you have the quickness of a monk, you'll be fine. That's
I
like
ain't gonna be
one of
fine.
you. So everyone
Me
else,
checking everything.
The speed of a
Yay.
gator.
the speed of a gator is not that quick, surprisingly.
What's my flying speed?
Your flying speed is fine. It is 60 feet, which is pretty
Cool.
good. But
Yeah.
the main thing is not being on the ground. Nara, Ray, Micah, Kat, and Iris. Oh, also Alligator Dan. All need to make acrobatics
run for it.
checks to run out of the area, unless the sand consumes you all. Oh wow!
Man,
I
remember
feel like-
that
Yeah,
time
what's
I was
up?
alive?
I feel like this
Acrobatics.
happened before with Nara.
This was good times when I was alive.
Where's acrobatic? Oh fuck.
Ah!
We're average.
All right.
Shit.
Since I'm floating above everybody, I'm just gonna be like, I want to put it on the record that I was against this
Just say more
idea.
towards the back.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like that ain't. I'm not good. Bye,
Micah,
guys.
You're able to run without too much of an issue. You run quickly and smoothly. Ray, you're a little too short that it is beginning to consume you. Nara, you're quick, you're nimble, you're keen, and then you just see Kat just quickly behind you, just waving. They are as quick. Surprisingly enough, they also rolled a natural 20.
What?
Like you look cool, running, doing sprints and all of that, and Kat's just like slowly, methodically skipping. I don't know. I feel like that should be his.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
That was him.
Dan, Ray, and Becky all are getting consumed. Nara, you can roll another acrobatics check to try to save one of them. If you don't succeed, that just means they fail. And it'll be
Can I
their
actually
fault.
try to help somebody if I'm flying? Can I like scoop them up?
I still have bless.
Yeah. And you do have bless.
Don't I have bless? No, I don't.
No.
Yeah, you have bless.
Oh,
until-
okay.
So
No,
Becky,
I actually
you
No.
don't.
do succeed. Thanks to bless. Way
No,
to go,
wait. No,
Ha-
no. Dan would have bless because it would be the replacement of aid.
You only
it's up
said
to
you'd
3
give it to
people, so-
Becky.
Well, I gave it to 3 people. I gave it to Dan, myself, and
Dan
Becky.
doesn't want bless.
Ray,
You don't get an option.
you only said Becky.
No, I said replace the aid skill with bless. They're both ranged in 3 people.
Mm.
I don't know.
Can we get a fact check?
I would never just not give people
Next
bless
time,
when I can give it to people.
Your name is Ray. So
I am
Okay.
an alligator.
Hang on.
I mean,
Okay.
I messed up with not knowing bless was out of combat, so I'd take the hit if for this time.
No, it's fine. I was just honestly messing with you until I looked up the spell. Yeah, you can choose up to 3 people. So, yeah, you can choose you, Becky, and Dan. So you, I'm only gonna tell you, Ray. It might save one of you, but it might not save all of you based on the luck. Becky, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan and Ray, go ahead and use your bless. But that also means if you do fail, Nara and Vorstra, because that's a good point, Vorstra. You could potentially
What
help
was
someone.
a bless? A 4?
4, 1d4.
Perfect roll.
I have perfect rolls. As I fall behind, trip over my own feet.
Dan, you quickly get consumed by the sand, but almost immediately your form becomes that of a walking, air quotes, man, sprinting
Wow,
out of the
My
area.
human legs.
Your human legs are surprisingly enough faster than your alligator ones.
Dandy.
However, Ray, unfortunately, is just a little too slow. Nara, you can go first if you decide to try to help Ray, and then Vorstra soon after. I'm gonna say Cap
It's a
probably doesn't help.
acro.
Acrobatics.
Oh wow.
I feel like you save and help people more than
Um,
a lot of people in this group. Minus
Is this
Micah.
a high elf and not a normal elf? Jesus.
Quickly taking your bow and arrow, you fling a rope and stick it to the arrow itself. Pulling back, you shoot it directly into Ray's abdomen. Not enough to deal damage, but enough to go into the armor itself. As soon as that happens, you whip the rope around as if it is a lasso around Ray, and with Vorstra's help, using her momentum of an arc, swoops down and bends the rope forwards, causing Ray to get jutted forwards enough that the sand doesn't consume them. It hurt. It hurt like a truck being hit by a bigger truck. I don't know where I was going with that description. But Ray is able to keep up with the rest of the group. And surely enough, the team does survive. Getting something they probably shouldn't have been messing with. But thanks to Vorstra's freezing over of the spell, it did slow things down.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Go me.
I would like to pull
So
Dan over with me behind said rock. Dan, follow me.
would I take
Talking
damage
to
from
you
that?
the whole time.
No, I said you don't take damage. It just
Oh,
hurt.
okay.
It's like
I
being
feel like I
Why?
deserve damage though.
Weren't you
with those rolls.
listening to me?
I'm gonna give myself 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Wow, self-inflicted. Okay, you're so
My rolls
dramatic.
are that bad.
I would like to kneel and grab said crown from bag
Kneel, small
my
plebeian.
head and place it on Dan's head, crowning him king.
King me. I am king, man.
You begin to
King
feel that
Dan.
strange hot plate sensation upon your palms. You go through the motions and place it upon Dan's head. As soon as that
King
happens,
Man
King Mandan is proud, excited. Does it smell like something's burning in here? And then immediately your head feels as if a vice grip has been placed upon it. It seems
Wow.
that Becky might have betrayed their king. Who's to say? Right now, you feel as if each of your nervous systems are shutting down. And
Wow.
then you just hit the ground.
Being the king is hard. I'm dead.
Guys, what if the spirit of the king was inside that crown and we've just possessed Dan?
Oh my god,
I
I
will-
think I kinged Dan to death.
Hey, are you fully behind the rock so I can't see it?
I need help.
Dan,
Okay, then I would run there.
At that angle, you can see it.
Dan has kinged himself to death.
I told you not to mess with the stuff. Told you we should have left.
Yeah, Dan.
You can tell that no medical thing is currently wrong with Dan, King Mandan. It doesn't seem to
King
be
Man.
a bodily problem, more like a magical one, which medicine does not save you
Okay.
on this one.
Can I check Arcana then?
Ghost
Yeah.
Dan says
Can I
he
help?
is magic.
Yes, you can. Dan, you're unconscious.
Ooh. Actually, you check first, and I'll give you guidance.
Oh, okay.
I put my hands upon you.
Guidance
Go
is
forth and
D4.
learn. Yeah, an extra D4.
Thank you. Plus
All right.
4.
B2. Oh,
Well, that's not
Since
too
you-
bad.
Since you cast Guidance, Bless is now terminated from each of you, since that is a Constitution, not
Yep.
Constitution,
Yep.
controlled spell. So now you don't have Blessing. +1. You can tell that the energy flowing through Dan's body right now is foreign. It is of Elven construct, which likely means two things. One, Dan's body is unable to take the magic. Two, he might not be strong
Unlikely.
enough.
unlikely.
Unlikely. Or three, it is a curse.
Most likely.
I think Dan's been
Most unlikely.
Our first experience with a cursed item. Nice.
It is
Dan's
exactly.
cursed.
I don't know. I kind of want to put it on just to see.
I would like to
I'm
take.
pretty sure it's attached to his head right now.
It burnt into my.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
we,
it kinda
can we try to take it
It
off?
went into his skull.
Who
Can
tries to
we-
take
can
it
we-
off? Micah,
I'll
you
try to take it off.
I'd like to try to take it off.
All right.
Fine.
We all try to take it off.
I just want to wear it.
No.
Everyone begins to grab onto it. Nara in the back, just excited if they can wear it or not.
Just clenching.
Everyone forces it off. It almost feels as if a vice grip quite literally was attached to Dan. It wasn't as if it was too small and his head was too big. Something was keeping it on until everyone just forced it off of them. Dan, at this point in time, Iris is healing you. You were essentially almost dead, I'm going to tell you right now. You didn't take any damage. It was honestly something else that was going on. But Iris heals you once the crown is removed, and you're back up.
That was a princess crown. You bitch.
Snap, snap, snap.
What was it like?
Being king? It
Yes.
was wonderful.
What happened in there?
All right. Right now, Vorstra, Dan... No, sorry, not Dan. Vorstra, Ray, and Micah all have a hand on the crown.
Do we feel anything?
Before
It
we kill
feels
each other
like
in
a
the crown.
hot burrito. I don't know why I'm going with the burrito.
You're just hungry. It's okay.
I might be hungry.
Is it like a moist heat? Is it a dry heat? Is it a
Oh,
fiery heat?
moist.
Hey, that super moist heat.
Super moist heat.
It's like you know something is extremely hot in your hand, but right now it is tempered by your own strength. If you try to do anything else, it might change or shift that heat,
Oh no.
but you do feel it. Even with Ray's
Can I-
resistance to fire.
A dogma. I'm about to die.
What?
I inject my fire into it.
Why?
Oh, I was going to try to freeze it.
I just wanted to wear the damn thing.
Oh, if you break it, you owe me at least 1,000 gold.
Oh my god, you're so dramatic.
Michael, you were saying?
If it's Elfin, then I think Myra should try it on.
You say as more than likely Ray decides to set it on fire anyways.
Yes.
I think that's actually a worse idea than Dan putting on. My theory is that the only reason
Dan
Dan's
putting it
still
on was a
alive.
great idea. Now we know exactly
Yeah.
how well Dan could wear it.
But I
You
just think
say
that the
that, but-
only reason you're alive is because you're not an elf.
It stayed
When-
on while my head hit the ground. I would say it fit quite well.
Yeah.
I would say Dan can still wear it. He just has to be carried around.
Like a real king. I
Setting
wouldn't
the-
be carried enough.
While everyone's distracted, Ray shoots fire into the symbol of
Oh my God.
royalty or rule itself. It burns in, and immediately a shockwave of energy bursts out. First towards the individual that set it ablaze, and then towards the others around. Vorstra, Micah, Dan, Iris.
It just had to happen.
Actually, it might just hit everyone. I'm
I
gonna
don't
say,
know, I'm hiding behind Cat.
yeah, I'm gonna say it's around like here. That'd be a good focal point. Yeah, it would hit everyone.
That's great.
One of you's hiding behind Cat. I did not catch who it was though.
Naira's hiding behind Cat.
Myra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. As a almost backlash pitch fire just shoots out and hits everyone in a wave.
I am -1, means I
Um,
will have a 20.
Even if I'm holding it?
Oh shit.
Ray, roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't gonna make it harder on you. You don't have to roll with
Yeah.
disadvantage. It's fine.
No,
He's gonna
It's-
anyway. You know he is.
yeah, Ray's injected Ray's fire into every magical item that he has touched, and
It's been
always
wonderful every
been bad.
time.
Yeah, so it needs to learn.
Remind me never to let you touch my sword.
Becky, if I die, make
How did
sure you
you-
put the crown back on me.
Wait,
before
wasn't
I
it
go.
your
I did.
sword the one that I almost killed myself with?
No, that was the one that Becky stole. We sold it, I think.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it returned to its owner. Well, it was what
No,
we
my sword
called-
was the one I stole from the the
Oh.
the the Dream Palace place. I can't remember the name of the place.
I'm fine. I only got a 3. We're good.
My boyfriend.
I am missing one.
Yes, your boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't know how to roll that.
That is fair. Going into your character sheet, there is
Mhm.
a small box that has like saves where it has like
The save
strength,
throws.
dexterity. Yeah.
Sheesh!
Well,
Wow.
damn.
Why do you keep doing that?
So
I feel like you're
powerful.
pretending not to know these things, and then you just pull it right out.
Whoopsie.
All right. Burning into the area, a massive wave of energy just shoots out. Vorstra, Dan, Micah. For some reason, Ray wanted to have disadvantage, so Ray. I'll take the full frontal assault of this. That is
I could take
4.
it.
Maybe. That is 4 d6, so you might.
Oof.
If I roll max, though, which is unlikely, you might not. Oh, I rolled very low.
You really did.
Very, very low.
And I have half damage, so
Took
because
it.
I'm resistant to fire.
Dan,
Or does that count?
Yeah,
Uh,
does it count as fire or like an...
it's just a wave pool of energy just shooting towards you. It is fire-based, so yeah, it can be half reduced.
Okay.
The energy
Jerry-
does burst out and hit all of you, minus the ones that succeeded. Those that succeeded and passed take half. Nara, you take nothing. In fact, ironically enough, you're the one that heavily passed. I'm just going to give you an extra thing. Noticing everyone being hit by this, taking 4 points if you succeeded, 8 if you failed. Dan, you didn't have to roll your own damage. That was...
Nice.
But,
What do I roll? What do I need?
You just want to be dramatic.
yeah. Micah, you only take 8 points of damage. So your 29 goes down to 21. I'll do it for you.
But I already gave 8 to Dan a while ago.
Oh, that's separate. Like, you have a pool of healing and then your own health.
Thanks for sacrificing your health for me.
I know, how terrible would that be if all healers had to sacrifice their own health to give to other people?
That'd be crazy.
With with my roll too.
You took half.
Okay.
But Iris and Kat also failed. That out of the way, though. Nara, you can tell that immediately the fire does hit everyone and does overlap you, but it doesn't hit you. It, in fact, does nothing around you. At the exact same time, however, you can also tell that it hit Iris and it did nothing around her. It just blew around. It could have been the way that she's placed behind Ray and Vorstra. Maybe that's what it did. But it did the exact same thing it did with you, which likely means those that it deems or considers a wielder might not be affected by it.
Is
That
it
is-
because we're from the Fae?
It might be because you have Fey ancestry. Probably.
Mm.
Crown kissed me. I
Damn.
think I should put it back on.
I think we should put the crown on Iris.
I think we should bury the crown because it's been nothing but bad things.
Iris backs up.
Bury it where I know
would
where it's
like
at.
the crown because it's mine.
That's a good point.
I
How
heal
about-
myself to full health because Ray didn't learn from this experience.
Iris does heal Dan, being a medical expert and noting that Dan is the most hurt. Rather than attending to herself, unfortunately, she rolled low. So Dan, you roll 5. You heal 5.
Becky, I have an idea.
What?
What if we put this crown in a bag where it is safe? We take it to the nearest village, the capital that we're trying to get to, and we sell it to someone who has no idea what it does.
I
sell it to Nira for 300 gold.
300 gold? What?
No. No.
Nira, I am going to sell this to you for 300 gold.
No. Dad knows how to become king.
Wait, how?
Right now, the crown is on the ground, by the way. It blew all your grips from its length. But
Well, if
Iris
we
does
offer
heal.
the crown to the king.
Iris does heal Micah for 9. So Micah, you're back up to full health.
I think Nara should handle the crown and hold on to it
Yes.
until we can sell it.
Yes. Or
Thank
we could
you.
just give it to anybody to wear we don't like.
So I
With
pick up.
that, I'm down for that actually.
Yes.
We could
Get the
keep
crown.
trying it on people and see what happens.
Like
Becky,
random town people.
Becky, you pick up the crown as everyone's discussing things, and immediately it burns into your hand, causing a riptide effect of pain and misery. Rather than I was about to say burrito again. Rather than a simple warmth, it is now a blazing fire that it immediately. Well, I should ask you: do you immediately let it go, or do you hold on?
I throw it in my back.
You throw it in your pack, and it immediately catches fire. It begins to burn inside your pack.
You're gonna lose all your equipment. Get it out of there fast.
You
I
throw
shake it
down.
all out.
What was that?
Take it off into the sand.
You quickly take it out, pull it out to the sand. It's swirling around into the sand. You bringing down the pack and stomping it down enough that it goes away.
I will try to pick it up
Stop.
carefully.
Stop.
I
Everyone-
have fire resistance. I'm just gonna touch it and see if it burns me like it burnt you.
It exploded you.
That's fine.
If anyone touches the crown, I will-
I'm not injured, so I am did not learn from my lesson. I will touch the crown.
I
It begins-
attack Ray.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack action against Ray. But at the exact same time, Ray, you grab onto the crown. It burns immediately. Do you let go or do you hold on?
Inject my fire into it? No. I hold on because Ray hasn't learned
Okay.
lessons. As the sword just kind of dinks me a little bit.
Ray, you grab onto the crown, bending down, causing Becky's massive white swing to sweep over your head, trying to clobber you to the side so you don't touch the thing. You hold on to the crown.
I cast frostbite on the crown.
Unfortunately, the damage does take hold before that happens. Becky was just close enough, I'm afraid. Holding on to the crown, it immediately burns into your flesh and bone. Yes, you have resistance to fire. This is something else.
Maybe it's like a challenge thing, and it's only having a lot.
Look. This is mine, and I'm selling it to Nira for 200 gold.
You hold onto the crown, and immediately a force of energy hits your body. And much like Dan's numb body that just hit the ground, most of your form then gets knocked out and winded. You hit the ground, and the crown swirls down onto the ground. No fire that expanded out this time. It was the crown itself.
I cast frostbite again on the
cast
crown.
Fire
Wow,
on the
he's fit
crown.
to be king as well.
I would
Ray
just
is
like to
laying
go
on
and
the
pick up
ground
the damn
whimpering.
crown.
Yeah.
Everyone attacking my damn crown.
Vorstrike,
Leave it
you
alone.
put it in ice, and Nara picks it up. And nothing happens.
Cool.
Oh.
Problem
It's
solved.
cold now. It's like really cold.
Thanks.
That'll
So
be
Iris,
350 gold for the hassle.
sorry, did you guys hear something?
350 gold.
I'm gonna look at Iris and I'm gonna ask her if she wants to try it on, since it seems like that it just did not affect us compared to everybody else.
Looks at the group. I don't want to be king, queen, princess, or whatever. And I it did look like it didn't affect us, but your right eye is currently crimson red with a gold iris wrapped around it.
Cool.
And right now you can technically see magic.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do I look? Do you see anything?
Yeah, am I able to wait, is it just people, or is it any kind of magic? It could be an object or
It's potentially both. You're not exactly sure. Right now, you
Okay.
look towards people. Vorstra currently has the weapon out drawn, potentially ready to see what'll happen. Let's
Mhm.
just say, and you can tell that their magical weapon is, surprising surprise, a magical weapon. You can tell it has some connection with Vorstra themselves. Looking towards the group, you can tell that most of them are different. Cat's scarf is magical. It does have something attached to it. Like a spirit, more or less. It's a little disturbing, a little bit more macabre. You can tell that as well. Dan
Is magic.
Is Dan.
is magic.
He is magic.
Dan is Dan. However, looking at Micah, you can tell that Micah themselves, much like Dan, is magic. But it's more like a magic that has been long since destroyed, come back, risen, and brought back into hell together. Micah's true form to you is surprisingly what they've been saying this entire time. They are indeed of the undead, a vampire. Whether you believe
a
that or
hen-
not,
But a handsome vampire.
a handsome vampire. Whether you tell the rest of the team, though, eh?
Wait, have we not been believing Micah?
What about Becky? Am I covered in magic? Am I magic?
Becky is covered in magic. The feet, your shoes, the boots are indeed magical. The rest of the properties of my Becky does seem to have an emblem glow to it, as if Becky is and does have the potential to cast magic. You just have yet to connect with it, much like everyone else. However, when you look towards Ray, the embodiment of the system work as Ray begins to get back up on their feet, you can tell that the armor is a shell rather than armament itself. It clearly isn't for their vestige and form. You can tell that around them is fire, as if their entire body is solid, but has that glow of an ember flame. But you can also tell that it's hard to tell, but something about it seems to try to keep you from looking, so it continues to lap around their body, trying to give you less detail than anything else.
Mm.
And this
It's a
seems to be
chameleon circuit.
more or less, yeah. It's trying to at least. This is an active thing rather than them unconsciously doing it.
So everything is like an aura.
Yes, like you might be able to detect like if something's magical or not, but this is a triggered effect. You can do this 3 times a day. It's basically casting the identify spell and the detect magic spell. You can choose between those spells, and you can cast one or the other 3 times a day.
Okay. Because it's all auras, am I able to detect what kind of magic it is, or good or bad magic?
It's like the kind of class, potentially what it could do.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Whether it's good or bad, no, that kind of depends on the caster.
Okay.
Like with Cat, it looks like a phantom spirit is embedded into the scarf.
Yeah, that's why I was like asking if I could see that.
Yeah, you can see that.
Okay.
How much of this do you tell the group?
I will tell them everything that I'm able to see, but I'm going to leave the detail about Micah out.
Thank you.
But she does say Micah's very handsome.
Yes.
So wait, is Micah...
Wait, am I able to see Micah as like their true form of like being super old? Or do I still see Micah as this really young, handsome vampire?
You still see Micah as a very young, handsome vampire.
Okay.
But you can tell that
that would be
something
cool.
More.
Okay.
Is Micah trying to keep from us that he's a vampire? Because I'm pretty sure you've been saying that you were a vampire the whole time I've known you.
Micah's a vampire?
Micah's a vampire?
I say it, but nobody believes me because I'm so
okay.
odd.
It's a psychotic thing where they just bit
I'm
people's
pretty sure I
throats.
believe you because I've seen you bite someone's neck.
Yeah, it's a persona. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I've also said I was a werewolf.
See?
You're like one of those
Delusion.
metal
Fly.
band
And I
frontmen.
also said that I could fly.
And you think you can cast magic, so...
I thought it was just fire.
sorry, what?
But by the way, Ray Iris does heal you for 15. And that's her tapped magic for the day.
Oh, I was just gonna heal myself.
Oh, well, too late now.
Dang it.
Great.
It's
The only
fine.
one
Because,
that was
Ray
actually
just
reliable.
laying on the ground, just like.
Being a big
no
old baby.
No one's helping. I'm in so much pain.
Yeah, Iris quickly runs to the rescue. So Iris is tapped out of magic right now. She can
Iris,
still
you're the
teach people
best.
magic, but she can't currently use it. However, she does look towards the team. Well, Cat actually interacts towards the team first. Okay, that was fun. I liked Ray getting thrown to the floor. But that almost killed us. That's probably why they said not to go in that area. But it did
Yeah,
kill.
that makes sense.
It did save us a lot of time, though. Although now it looks, looking back towards the area you just came from, like a giant quicksand area. I don't think we can go back that way anymore. Looks towards Nara. You want to try?
Challenge?
I mean, well,
Yes.
I'm going to
Is
ask
that
the group
another
first.
challenge.
Uh,
I
I'm
feel
a
as
little
though
bit
we've
worried.
come out on top with challenges so far. We're not dead, just in pain.
Right, you were literally almost dead.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine now.
Okay, enough.
Enough pain and you will be dead, Ray.
Ray slowly gets up, trying to act tough, but is still in a
I'm just
lot
a big
of
old
pain.
baby.
I mean, bodily you're fine, but the bruises and aches are still there.
Ouch.
Eventually, after the team probably tries to go into the quicksand, figuring out that, like, everyone except for Vorstra can't do it. Vorstra, you can fly. You will eventually stop after potentially another day. Probably, knowing this team.
It sounds about right.
But you eventually decide to cross the bridge. More or less. You can tell that at this point in time, you are but a day's travel out. So that's good. Do you decide to rest, or do you go and continue forwards and be in town at night?
Who's are we? Where we
I
are?
say we rest.
Let's go ahead and get there at night.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
would-
That sounds really cool.
If we're exposed in this
Yeah.
desert, then I would say let's try to just get to town.
Yeah. Obviously, you'll find a different place, right? It's just I wanted to know if you would try to find a campsite.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying if we see around us, if we're just exposed everywhere around us, a flat desert, or if we see there's a place.
There are a few areas here and there that could be used as a base camp. So you, Ray, would know that there are potential base camps you can hold yourselves in. So yeah, going in there by day or traveling in there by the dead of night.
I say
What are we
at
doing
night.
there again?
What's that?
What is it we're doing?
We're
You're-
making Dan king.
You're trying to make
Ah.
Dan king / trying to stop the slave market dealings in the country.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that
still not
actually
sure
what
how
we're
those
doing?
things connect.
Yes, we went to go get slaves
Yes.
by taking the
No, I
slaves.
say we go at night.
I say go at night. At least check out the town while it's quieter.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We could scout.
Get an idea for its seedy underbelly.
Yes. at
Do some
night.
actual scouting.
I can scout it.
All right. So far, it sounds like nighttime travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel great. Feel healthy.
Getting ready to assassinate
What
King.
could go wrong?
All right. Eventually, your team does travel, and after 30-ish minutes, Nora, you can tell that the crown begins to slowly feel as its vice. It's not hurting you, but you can tell that the crown itself is warping. You can tell that something is happening. Something is focusedly there on top of your head. Instinctively, Nara, what's the first thing where that you think of? What would Nara think of?
Like feeling or just like
Cat ears. Say cat ears.
cat? You want me to have cat ears? Fine.
No.
I meant more like a sun hat or something like that. But sure.
I mean, the sun hat works too.
Uh,
Yeah.
Eventually, the crown is trying to take shape into a more stylized form of your form. After 30 minutes, you can tell that the crown syncs up to you. Basically, you are attuned to it now. And it warps around and forms into a style that is befitting more you. More than likely, the last person that wore this was the king. Probably.
Yep,
Or,
that's true.
like Dan,
That is a true statement.
another king.
Okay.
You
I was the last
are a
person to wear
sun
that.
person.
So the crown basically disguises itself around people.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not the exact same items like Becky and Vorstra have, but it's within the same spectrum.
Okay.
But yes, it turns into a nice sun hat, which honestly in the desert does help.
Exactly.
But after a while of traveling in the dead of night, because you guys decided not to camp out, your team does travel into town. After a good morning of time and rustling and bustling of the town guards that are keeping watch over the outskirts, you eventually find yourselves towards, well, the fountain of the town, as that is the main point where you can spread out from. Becky decides to go in, take a dip, and relax, probably.
Yep.
The rest of the team soon follows, but maybe not going inside.
I also sink to the bottom so none of the townspeople can see me, and I just sit there and relax because I can breathe.
It is deep enough that your body can go down there, but it's not so deep that people can't see you.
Yeah, Becky, that water's pretty clear.
But people do like scurry away around you.
Yes. I become one with the water, so people can't see me.
And people continue to move away from the team.
Well, before we get arrested for, like, I don't know, causing mischief in this. Okay, everyone.
Oh my god.
Anyone want to come with me to secure a place to stay for the night, and then we can go around town.
Wait, I stand up. Micah, don't you... Is this water for
wait,
you?
Micah, don't you...
That's right. I'm just cooling my feet off.
It's not running.
Before it becomes...
She said on fire?
Surprisingly enough, Micah doesn't set on fire. Whether you or not you believe Micah's a vampire, Nara, you do know that Micah is a vampire. Micah, this is one of those weird instances that it is technically not moving, but water is being pumped in there. So it's a slight tingle. It's as if the water is a little too hot, but not enough to kill you. It's like a very hot bath after a very exhausting day.
So, like a hot tub, right?
For you, everyone else, it's extremely cold.
I'm going to continue to soak my feet.
After a good 10 minutes, it does begin to prune.
I would like to call a team meeting of secret team meeting.
I, yes, would like to talk to Godzilla up there before we go get our room.
I was just thinking that.
Who's Godzilla?
It does look a little bit like Godzilla.
Which silhouette? Oh, that one?
The Godzilla one.
Lizard face.
A little bit, I suppose.
Oh, 100%. That's 100%
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
I can see it.
If not, it's like a distant cousin.
Yeah. I can see it.
But
Babyzilla. Babyzilla.
The weird group that just entered in town decides to go and harass one of the locals. I'm going to assume Dan because they talk up first.
Hello!
Yes, can I help you?
You look quite scary there in the shadows. Can you help me?
That's what I asked. Everyone can clearly tell they're on edge, just wanting to get away.
Can I buy you?
Immediately sprints away.
Damn, you
Damn it.
didn't give me an opportunity to sniffer.
Was it not a lizard person?
No. They were well, the population of this city, I think you were told, is a mixture of orcs, humans, tieflings, and tabaxi, the cat folk that aren't iris looking.
Oh, wrong one then. I messed up, guys.
That person looked human.
Was that a cat person? We
I-
got 2 of those. Yeah, might as well get more.
But Ray, where are you heading off to? Or are you just backing away from the team?
I was backing away, but I suggested to go secure a location to stay for the night before adventuring around the town.
Cool. How'd you
I
find one?
agree.
Maybe we should ask somebody if there's an inn nearby.
Aren't we supposed to be secretive? I could walk up to someone and say, "Hey, local friends, I've tripped and forgotten where the inn is. Where's it at?"
Becky, we don't need to be secretive. We're not on a secret mission.
Okay.
Hey, local friend, I've tripped and forgotten where the inn is. Where is it at?
Oh, I don't think that's how memory works, Sir Merfolk, but there are a few inns in town that if you want to go, you can go. There's one further to the north, one further to the south, one in the east section, and one in the west section. You are a foreigner from this area, so I would suggest going to the east section.
East section.
Why are
Thank
you?
you.
Do you segregate here?
Not me, but the politicians do.
Are you
where are you
racially
going?
profiling us?
Again, not me, but the politicians do. The north section is for humans. The south one is for orcs. The tabaxis live in the west, and the tieflings live in the east.
So north for the humans. Thank you.
No, we should go to the east with the tieflings.
Then the humans.
The middle section
Tieflings.
is for trading and merchandising, as well as merchants. Some of them do have inns, but at that point in time, it'd be more expensive, depending on where you go. The tabaxi are more welcoming to strangers, though, so it might be better for you there. It's all I was suggesting.
Where do you think vampires would fit in?
Probably with the humans, if they do exist.
Humans?
No, vampires.
Oh.
Humans.
Humans? Sorry, that got me.
You say to the human.
Should surround this person comfortably.
Human, where would I buy slaves?
Oh my god.
I mean, if you're into that, there is the jail cell. The jailhouse. Sorry. It's currently closed down since it is the dead of night.
How does one go to jail? By punch somebody.
No,
That-
Dan, no.
I'm pretty
We'll
sure
just-
you've been to jail before.
You'll
Didn't
like
you get
go
stabbed
visit
and
the
then get
jail tomorrow.
arrested?
You get arrested 3 times, but after the 3rd, you then immediately get set up for auction. If you do stab someone, you'll
Whoa.
likely be heavily beaten and tortured. In case you're trying to do something as potentially politically wise, trying to change something or assassinate someone, and if it turns
Like the
out you're
king.
not, yes, like the king, if you're trying to do that.
Wow.
If you're not,
Okay, good
you'll
to
be let
know.
go. But if you are, you'll be immediately set up for auction or killed.
Wait,
What is
on
this?
a ranking scale of 1 to 10, how do you rank the king in this town?
Immediately freezes up. With your passive perceptions of at least 10, unless someone has less than 10, looking at you, Dan. I honestly don't know if you do. Sorry,
I
Dan.
don't know.
You can tell that immediately, like, there's a bead of sweat easily lining his right cheek, and he says, "Oh, about a 9.5, maybe 10. You know, good king. Great ruler for the kingdom."
And
Are they?
what
humans?
nationality is
3.
he?
Yeah.
He is a human.
Oh, good. Oh, damn. I don't like killing you.
We're a group full of humans.
When they tar and feather the somewhat bad guys, do they do that publicly?
Sometimes yes, but not always, as it does look and tarnish the king's image. Oh,
Could I
by the way, at
visit?
any point in
vis-
time, you can roll insight to see if he's lying or not. But Micah, you were saying?
I just was wondering. Could there be a lot of blood there?
Potentially, but it'd be at the
I
jailhouse.
believe him.
Okay.
Seems like a jailhouse place to be.
Low PI.
Looking at information and time, looking at everything else. I don't know how Nara keeps doing this. Nara, you can tell that everything so far seems to be accurate until Becky names, hey, at a scale of 1 to 10,
Wow.
how good's the king? You can obviously tell that the 9.5 to 10 is a lie. He doesn't believe that. But continuing on that frame of reference, saying, oh, he's a human. You can tell that that's slightly true, but clearly there's something else that he's not potentially allowed to say. Maybe it would cast a dark image upon them or bastardize the king in some way. It's hard to tell, but that's likely the cause of him lying, or at least telling a half-truth. But the whole jailhouse thing and the information he's giving you, that's true, but outside of the king's information.
So it's kind of like a hush-hush kind of thing.
Yeah.
So where's the king live?
He lives in the northern section.
And you told us to go west.
It'd be the cheapest place for you. If you want to mingle with everyone, I suppose you can do it in the merchant district, which is the one that we're currently in. I can recommend the place, but honestly, the cheapest place here would be one of the most expensive places in the Tabaxi zone.
Do you have an estimate of how much it would cost per night?
Russ, estimate where exactly? Here, or...?
In the different locations. Like, how different of a price range is it?
Varies, but Tabaxi is a little cheaper than most. So it'll cost you, depending on your group size, looking at you all newcomers, roughly around 5 gold for the entire group. In that region. To the north, it'll run you from around 10 gold to 15. In the orc, you'll have to fight them in combat in order for you even to stand with them, and afterwards it would cost you 20 gold. In the tiefling area, it would cost you around the same one as 10 to 15 in the human one, but they would almost immediately spy on you in every which way and form.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any type of fighting arena here?
That would be in the south section.
You can make money outside fighting arena?
If you are able to find a patron, yes, you would be.
Oh boy.
But you would need to defeat that patron's current champion.
And what happens if you become the champion?
Then you would be able to do things without a patron and basically make your own money. But that's hard to do as they tend not to allow you to do that.
Well, I'm a patron, and I have a very powerful fighter with me.
Then you should be able to talk with them. I don't know the down price on placing your name and your fighting into the ring, but from what I hear, it's expensive.
I have someone who I just sold the crown to who can pay for that, so that'll be just fine.
All right. Look, I'm a merchant by trade. I honestly was just catching up with person that I need to speak with. If you need any more help, he does hand you a business card. You can come and speak with my business. But
one more thing, because you're a merchant, do you sell poison?
I don't, but you can speak with the Tabaxi or the Tiefling sections.
Thank you.
I have an additional question. Do you know what type of blood you have?
From what I can tell, it was A negative.
be bad.
One of the most common.
Very much.
Actually, in many parts of the world, A negative is one of the lesser common ones.
Well, I don't really travel that often, so I wouldn't know. Thank you for the information. And then before passing Ray, he does state, here would be dependent on where you decide to stay. It could range between 10 gold to 20, depending on who you find to allow you to stay here. But if you'll excuse me.
Of course.
Let's follow him and freak him out.
That's just called stalking, Micah, and that's creepy.
I mean, it's creepy.
I don't know what to say to that. Well, anyways, I'm thinking about staying in the human section. Mainly because I'd rather splurge a little bit and have a nicer place, especially after, trekking through desert in heavy armor.
Do you think you
That
could
was the
pass as a
choice that you
human with
made.
flames sticking out of your eyes?
What?
You did say that the other people were more accommodating to newcomers.
Yes.
Such a
correct.
backseat. Did you seem to give us an indication of like where we might be able to get more information, like where we could have a good eavesdropping session?
He didn't. Go ahead and roll insight.
Yeah.
The brothel? We hit
Not a
this
brothel!
Look at
Throw human
No.
king man Dan into the pits and works his way up until he gains reputation with everyone, and then we kind of
Wow.
Iris
Yeah,
backs up
I don't
when
know
Ray
what that
mentions
means,
the brothel.
but I'm all for gaining reputation.
Dan moves forwards. Based on the information you have of Vorstra, looking at the information you have, the information you've been given, the man themselves, he did give you a business card. That would be a way of indicating that maybe you can go here to gather more information, or maybe he's trying to sell you something. Maybe one or the other or both. But you can tell that's at least a location you now know of, which is in this district. You can also tell that the business card is that of a bar. It's known as the Scorpion's Crown.
That seems pretty fitting. We've dealt with scorpions and with crowns. We should go here.
I concur.
It also does have a weird pictograph image behind it. You're not exactly sure what it is. But you
Hey
can.
guys, what do you think of this?
Does anyone have the language Abyssal?
No.
No.
Nope.
I'm looking.
Iris?
I don't think so.
Iris shakes her head no. She would be able to tell you who potentially has it. From what I can tell, Abyssal is usually by demons and devils, or those formerly connected, such as tieflings, or those bonded and contracted.
Looks over at Kat.
Cat just looks at everyone. What?
Can you read this?
Probably.
What does it say?
Move swords. I think they give it to Becky, so move swords towards Becky. Looks at it. Huh. It says beware the shadows hidden in the darkness. I mean, it either means people are watching in the shadows, or looks at Nara's shadow. Just like stares at it.
Yes.
How many shadows does she have?
One.
Oh, I was hoping
many
two.
I'll have.
I'd be like, ooh.
I've
Peter
seen this
Pan.
episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Do I have? Dan, do I have a shadow? I don't have a reflection.
Micah
Nope.
doesn't have a shadow. You lie though. But after 5 minutes, Cat quickly gives up at the shadows thing. Okay, that wasn't it. I don't know. Maybe someone's watching?
Do we see anybody watching us?
You do, in fact. Currently, there's someone not stalking you, but talking with the person Dan stalked. Oh, I didn't put them in the token layer.
Scared him away.
Standing to the north section where the woman went off into the human section potentially, there is a man currently with what appears to be a book, a white book, with a nice suit, tired, with a name tag, ironically enough, not visible to you. Currently speaking with a woman, but in short glances, you can tell that they're looking at you. If you weren't keeping an eye out for this, you would not have seen this. You might have seen these two talking, but definitely not him catching glances at your team.
Can any of us hear what they are saying?
Does anyone have a passive perception, passive wisdom perception thing, of 15?
No.
No.
What about the druid?
Wait, did you say wisdom of 15?
Passive perception of 15.
Oh.
Okay, and since
Could
go
I
ahead.
try to sneak?
Because like mine's 16.
Oh,
Like I want to kind of move through the crowd over here, and then kind of sneak out of their vision and like move up this way.
you do so. The one that said they have a passive of 16, you can tell that the fractured moments of time when you can catch a glimpse of their conversation, you can tell that the man's name is read as Leon. Looking towards the woman, he does begin to speak. I see now, and based on the information you've given me, it does seem that it correlates with any of the information I have from the guards. I'll take it from here. But at the exact same time, you can tell that when Vorstra clocked around Ray to get into the shadows, his vision did not skip a beat. He was keeping an eye on Vorstra until the line of sight was broken due to the building.
Oh, damn. All right, well, I'm going to stay where I am. Or no, I'm going to move kind of like underneath this wood plank here, just to kind of wait to see what happens to the rest of the group and that guy.
Looking for his information at hand, he looks down in his book and then states, "All right, then you may go back to the precinct, and I'll deal with things from here."
Yeah,
Precinct is different from jail, surprisingly.
oh.
She nods and quickly hurries back into the north section. Leon then soon follows towards you guys. He does wave towards you guys, indicating that he can see you, and you see him.
Micah waves back.
Yeah, I wave.
All right. Looking towards the direction of Vorstra, he does wave and does the whole hand movement that indicates to come in.
Oh, I pretend like I was looking at something posted on the wall, and then I walk over.
You do so. Entering inside, you do see a rather humanoid man. The hair itself seems to be a umber orange hue, which is a little odd, but not that strange. Looking towards this individual, they seem rather young, around maybe 25 to 28. But you also can tell that the weird book almost looks like a menu. It's not like How to Serve Humans, it's nothing like that. It's more like written in Celestial, if anyone can read that.
I feel like all the languages I know are completely useless.
Can't read anything.
Okay.
Wait, which language was it?
Celestial.
Celestial.
Does my
Primordial.
does my bracelet let me read Celestial?
Your bracelet is connected to the Celestial realm. You're not able to read it. I won't say that much, but you are able to get a feel from it. It does read like law and order, or at least the feeling of law and order, the way these symbols are written down. The exact language is not clear to you, but that is how it is interpreted to you.
Hello, officer.
Oh, yes, very good. It seems to me that you all managed to scare off an citizen of ours, and while you all, I'm sure, did not mean to, will be unfortunately penalized by this event. Can
I'm
you,
sorry. We scared off who?
a citizen of this country as well as this kingdom,
The one who just walked away?
the one that ran screaming into our section, worried about slave traders doing things off the books, as well as breaking roughly around 3 laws, yes.
That sounds like
I'm
us.
sorry, what laws?
One is dealing with slavery outside of visiting hours. 2 is dealing with slavery without the proper permits and the like. And 3, not registering with the citizens as well as the guards heading into the town and stating your business here.
Oh, I didn't know that we had to check in. We just got here. It's pretty late. We're pretty tired.
Oh, of course. But I'm afraid I
Mhm.
still have to penalize
Wait,
you
wait.
with 1 mark indicated towards each of you. May I get
I-
your names?
I
I
have
would
to say
like
that
to go to jail for it.
I would have to say this: we were not asking about slavery. We were asking about sleevery. My sleeves fell off, and I need to get them repaired.
See, this one doesn't wear sleeves.
Can I
Because I
help
got-
in her deception?
You can? What do you say?
I say, oh yeah, the desert has been really rough on our clothing, and I sort of tear my sleeve behind my back. We're just in rags.
All right, so Becky rolls an 8. I see. That would be a tailor. That would be a slip of the tongue and then biting into it and bleeding out. That is not at all, presumably, what you said. However, can I get your names here so I can write down that 1 mark has been indicated from each of you? And
My
no
name
need to
is
go in jail.
Don Johnson.
Dan, roll deception. I'm afraid that is not your name, but I
My
will.
name is Mary Poppins.
Micah, go ahead
Please
and roll
forgive
deception.
him. He has dementia.
All right.
We just going all in on this.
We're all just gonna keep saying random names.
Okay. You all say random names. Eventually, maybe one of them
My name is
sticks.
Human Man Dan.
All right. Let's see. Go ahead and roll, Ray. Doesn't Nara and Vorstra, do you guys give fake names?
Yes.
Yes, my name is Vicky.
Roll deception.
Also, I would like to give the name after. My name is Alyssa Edward.
So you're giving
Mine is
another fake
Yuri on Ice, by the way.
roll deception. Oh damn. All right. Becky, what was the fake name you gave?
Alyssa Edwards.
Wait, what?
Is that a real person?
Alyssa Edwards.
Sheesh.
Do you know who exists?
All right, Alyssa Edwards and Yuri on Ice. The rest of you have now been penalized with a secondary mark against you. The third one will immediately put you on track to the slave markets within the next
Okay.
coming time. I would
I
suggest not
reverse-
lying
yeah.
once more.
Okay.
Now, can I get your names, or will you be docked a third time? And after that, there will be no more warnings.
Oh boy, this is a bad
You didn't
question.
ask for our real names. You asked for our names. Those are our show names.
We are a traveling group of.
Carnival.
We
We're a
are
carnival.
a traveling
carnival.
carnival act. I am surprisingly half man, allegedly half fish. It's up for the audience to decide.
Dan and Micah,
How
roll
wise
deception.
does this person look?
I'm
He
allegedly
is-
a vampire.
Keen, aware.
I'm giving guidance on these deceptions.
Fucking killed it.
Ray, immediately as you cast guidance on them. he-
Oh, is that
cast-
detectable?
Yes, immediately. You're basically casting out verbally spells. So when you do so, he snaps his fingers and immediately your vocal cords are pinned down, unable to
Okay.
speak. Dan says, "We're
Well,
traveling merchants."
Now I know.
And Micah says, "Oh no, I'm also supposedly a vampire." I'm gonna say Dan's fake terrible lie. works in helping Micah. So looking towards your lot group, he does state, I advise you from using magic here unless you have the proper permits. Furthermore, while you are a traveling merchant, dealing with
Carnival.
entertainment,
Yes.
dealing with entertainment, and your showing of a vampire, puts up air quotes, you also do need to do the permit work for that as well. He does
Gosh,
give you a
guys have
slip.
lot of permits.
Yes. He does give you a slip of paper, Dan, and it does state, please fill this out and go to the proper offices, which is on the piece of paper, when you are completing your work. Otherwise, if you do your work in here and it is discovered, which more than likely will be, you will be docked a third time, and afterwards you will be sent to the gallows.
The gallows? I thought it was the slave market.
One
Micah,
or the other.
Micah
Okay.
secretly whispers to Becky, should I just kill him?
Ironically enough, after you say that, he snaps his fingers and lets go of Ray's vocal cords.
That was nifty. I like that.
I'm not into masochist, miss.
One of those in our traveling group.
Quite.
You would make a good addition.
At any
You'd
rate,
also probably be capable of filling out this paper faster than I could, since I can't write.
at
We-
any rate,
If we
I
aren't,
juggle flames.
if we aren't going to do our show here, we
Ray, roll
still
deception.
We
That's not deception. It's just gonna try to start juggling the flames.
You can do flames, but you can't potentially juggle. Micah, you were saying?
If
Oh,
we
yeah.
aren't planning on doing our show here, we still have to register as an entertainment group.
You do.
Yeah, what if we're just passing through?
You would have to register your traveling entertainment business regardless. If you do,
Even if we're just staying here for the night?
I'm afraid so. If you were simply travelers, you would not have to do this. But as you did bring yourselves up as a traveling entertainment group, it would be put into the books in case it is found out that you are doing jobs underneath the table.
Wow.
Why were we not stopped at the gates and asked to fill out this information?
Because it seemed that you were considered traveling entertainers. Not traveling entertainers. Sorry, that was me. Steph, at the time.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You were considered travelers until now. And looking towards Ray, you can tell that he jotted another mark down. Right then. It seems to me that each of you have consenting mark and Miss writing down Alyssa Edwards and the merfolk here both have 2.
Hello.
Wait,
Ray
do I see
having
why he
a
wrote
second
down
as
a
well.
mark? Was it because of my bad performance?
You lying. Like, you can clearly tell that this is a business transaction. If you're lying about your business, that could be considered a
Well,
penalty.
Ray would immediately be like, "Well, I didn't say I was good at juggling," and feel sad because it just completely failed at thinking that Ray could do it.
But yeah, as it stands, everyone has 1 mark. Ironically enough, except Iris and Kat, because they haven't said anything. Ray, Becky, Human Man Dan has 2.
Shrug. It's okay. I've been wanted in every city I've gone to.
He does close the books and then says, but business out of the way, welcome. Is there any information you need while you're here? I, as one of the guards in this area, well, one of the, what are they called? Ushers. Ushers in the area am more than welcome to guide you wherever you need to go.
How do I become king?
Oh, I'm afraid you'll have to be brought up here, rule here, and gain power in Visage. You would also have to fight each of the clan kings within the realm.
Wow.
Oh, it's not that hard. You just need to go to the south, east, and the west sections of the town, and then finally finish off the king if you decide to do so.
Oh.
Well, his
Okay.
champion at the very least.
Finish off the king. I gotcha.
So, sorry, that's not an offensible thing, but walking into the city is?
So long as you do it by the books and everything is coordinated properly. If you are
Yes.
unfit and untrained, you would be immediately killed off. If you do things subvertly, as in potentially poisoning, shooting an arrow, such as assassinations, that would be classified as unruly and unjust. And at that point, you would be sent to the gallows.
Yes, like a slave revolt.
You guys
Thank you.
love your red tape here.
It's varied and vast.
Yes, I can see that.
Indeed. But if you do
Okay.
decide to
Have a good day.
challenge the king,
Oh.
you're more than welcome to, so long as you fill out the proper paperwork. He does then give Dan a piece of paper.
I am
Also, when it comes
curious,
to these
Leon.
strikes, are these the same? Like, what happens at 3 strikes again?
You are immediately, basically, at that point in time, with the way he states it, you are looked at until immediately you create some other type of offense. And based off of Vorstra's inclinations, there is a lot of red tape that you might not be able to see. So as soon as that happens, you are taken into either the slave trades or to the gallows, depending on the offense.
You know, with my track record in different cities, this is gonna go very well.
Mm-hmm.
Always save you.
But you are new here. I would tell you at least one thing before I go. If you're able to find a patron here, that would excuse the current circumstances that you find yourself in. I do see that you are a entertainment group, but if you do fly another person's banner, you will be able to waive off the current marks you have on your record. Now then,
Wait, can you point us in the direction of a patron for us?
there are many, but I'm afraid I cannot disclose any information of patrons, as that would be a violation of various laws.
Probably like 5, I'm guessing.
Around 6 or 7, yes.
Yeah.
But that being said, though, I can give you a general direction. He then
To
gives
the
you
inn.
not to the end, surprisingly enough. He does give you like section areas of the kingdom's capital that you can visit to potentially gain a patron. He doesn't give you names, but the general area is likely like where the rich people live, or the clan leaders, the group leaders, stuff like that. People with enough power to fly a banner. But ironically enough, one of the sections, he doesn't name the inn, but it is within that area. But he does state, now then, before I go, your actual names, other than Miss Alyssa here and Miss Yuri.
Oh, one more thing, Leon. Is there a booklet or some type of documentation of all the different laws of the city, or at least a quick rundown so we know what not to do?
There are 13 volumes. You'll have to collect them at the library, but you would need a petition from the guards to be given it.
Should I just turn myself in now? Jesus.
Oh, nonsense! They're easy enough to follow. You just have to you just have to behave yourself quite well.
Yeah.
Ray says. But do you guys give them your true name or your fake name? Zuh.
I want to do fake name again, but I'm already at 2 strikes.
How will he know it's our fake name?
He will insight check you, and I'm not going to show you his rolls. And if he passes, that'll be a doctored mark on you, and another check.
I think I'm going to conveniently forget my name with my dementia.
All right. What about everyone else?
I just give my real name because I'm kind of annoyed by him. And I just want him to go away.
All right.
I'll give my real name.
Fine. Ray will give his real name.
All right. Iris gives real name. Kat says, I am Sir Johnson. Last name? Johnson.
Johnson.
Yes, our good friend Johnson Johnson.
Oh my gosh, out of character. We literally have a vaccine called Johnson Johnson, and you just triggered me.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Is there another name I can use? I'm afraid we have 13 Johnsons in the city. J.
Johnson?
Sure. JJ down here, including Mark. All right. All of
You
you,
should
take
have
care.
said Richard Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Anderson.
I'm gonna. Cat's gonna change his name to Richard Johnson. All right, Mr. Richard. I'll make sure everything is filled in order. All right then. You all have a pleasant stay here in the capital of the Dust Kingdom.
Yes. Nice day.
Great.
Of course.
So he has.
Oh, Dust is
He does not have my name because I didn't know it.
Yes. That's what you said. I think it was one of you. I'm not exactly sure who it was, but the one with the pass of 16.
That's me.
Okay. You see that they wrote a mark underneath, a description of Micah.
bad.
Oh, okay.
At this point, it's taking too long for him that it would potentially violate a law for him.
Ooh.
So rather than dealing with you, surprisingly enough, he also has tinted law. So could be useful, could not be useful. But right now, as it stands, Dan, Ray, Becky, and Michael all have 2. Everyone else has 1, except Kat and Iris. Kat got extremely lucky. But Kat says, "Yeah, that's annoying. I'm probably gonna go to jail here or kill people." We
Don't
never
worry,
got
Cats. It
directions.
seems as though I'm gonna join you on that one.
Me too. On the killing, not the jail.
No,
I say that we
definitely the
all
jail.
try not to go to jail, because I don't want to do a jailbreak episode.
Yeah, that's fair.
Seems like it probably will happen though.
But if we can take on scorpions, we can take on these jail people.
My favorite episodes.
But Kat does stay. But where did we go? We kind of forgot to tell or ask. Where can we go to like stay somewhere?
Why don't we just go to this place that the lady left us a card for?
Oh,
Oh,
they were a
yes.
lady? I thought they were a dude.
Oh, I have no idea.
That
Even
was-
though it's
It
the
was
same as me.
it was a
Assuming
dudette.
gender.
That's
It
true.
was definitely a dudette.
Duo of dudes.
Well, he was a pretty boy, maybe? I'm not sure.
Then it's cheaper to the other way. It doesn't matter.
Iris does state. They did say it was cheaper, but it's a place we don't know of.
Okay.
Also, I'd rather spend more money and have a nice place for the night.
You can tell you
With an
don't.
indoor bath, maybe.
You can tell you don't leave the district area. You just go into a separate section. So you don't go into the human section, which means you're still in the merchant section.
Yeah,
also,
let's stay in the
if
merchant section.
this is the inn. Does it look nice?
As you begin to go towards the area, it's currently like not visible to you on the map. You can tell that the Scorpion's crown is nice looking on the outside at the very least. You can tell that it's not like marble walled, aligned with decorative filigree. It's more like a giant scorpion with a crown on top of its head, like angled in the spot. Not the pincers, but the tail is like dipped into a beer stein. It looks nice for travelers, for merchants, and the like. Maybe not for people of high caliber, rich folk, but for travelers,
Like-
merchants, and the like. Yeah.
So like, put it in like real world scale. Is this like a motel, a La
3-star.
Quinta,
A 3-star.
a Marriott?
It's like it's not a motel, but it's not a hotel. It's
Okay,
low-
Ray's going somewhere else.
Wow, Ray got snobby.
No, Ray
Ray has money.
Ray has been in the heat in heavy plate mail, filling with boots with the sand, and just wants a nice place to stay for one night.
And rocks.
And what?
And
Oh, yeah,
rocks.
and-
Sand
Oh.
and rocks.
Like, Ray wants to splurge for one night and then would move back to this inn if we stayed for more than a day.
Okay. Ray, heading towards a different area. Go ahead and roll at D20. Examining one of the places, you do find a better end area. It's not a bar, it's more of an inn than anything else. It is one of the higher up crusted places with nice gold filigree. This one does have structured forms of like angel doves around it. It also has a nice golden doorway. It On top it does read the Heaven's Gates.
Ah, yeah, this is my
Oh,
place.
great.
Ray
Do they
wants-
serve punch?
Ray is not thinking about. Ray wants to get off his feet because they hurt so bad.
Entering inside, you do see like a whole bunch of staff members. Like at the first entrance doorway, you see that there is a fountain with filigree and the like, with a cherubim just spouting out water into the pond where various forms of spotted fish live in. At the actual desk, you do see a golden bell that obviously isn't golden because that would make a lousy bell. And behind the counter is a nice human, female-looking individual. She does look towards you. Welcome to the Heaven's Gates. Can I help you with something?
Do you sell
Yes,
sneakers?
I'm looking for a place to stay the night with a relaxing.
Of course. Let's see here. Just for one night, correct?
Correct. With the ability to extend it if need be.
Of course, of course. And are you going to bring along any company with you, such as friends, your spouse, or other?
I'll be joining.
No, it's just myself.
Of course.
And me.
Let's see. A potential indication to stay higher and longer. Single room. That'll come to a total of
Also-
300 gold.
Also,
Oh,
No,
of course. Oh, sorry.
mind.
yes, I think I have a friend who also wants to stay. Let me go grab them real quick.
Oh, of course. We'll be here 24/7.
I will leave because I was expecting like 100, not 300. Damn!
Hey,
Back on the streets.
You said you wanted to splurge.
Yeah, I thought, going from 10 to 15 gold, a splurge would be like,
Yeah.
10 times the price, not 100.
Champagne taste on a beer budget.
I have 500 gold. I have a budget, but just not
Yeah.
slave owner budget.
You bail. Immediately, the rest of the group does enter inside of the Scorpion's Crown. Entering inside, you do see the merchant just waving, saying hello to people. And Ray, you're not technically there. I just decided to put your token there as well. Dan decides to climb on the table for some reason. I think that was me, but yeah. Looking towards your team, the merchant does look towards you. Oh, welcome. I didn't expect you guys to be here so soon, or at all, to be perfectly frank. It's a pleasure to meet you again. I don't think I gave you my name. Now that I think about it.
Oh, but you gave us your card, so here we are.
No, that's quite true. My name is Richard. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You as well.
No, it's not. That's my name. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. You know what? There's only 3 Richards in this city. Well, now 4, I suppose. Then looks towards Borstra and Nara and Becky. You think I can change my name, or is that going to give me a point?
It's probably going to give you a point.
I'll nudge Kat and be like, we'll talk about it later. It's fine.
I think you could get as many points as you want.
There's so many Richards.
Business card man.
Yes.
I'm just curious. Why did you turn us into the police?
I didn't.
You said that you ran, screaming.
Yeah, ran screaming. That's the word they used.
Huh.
You told them that we were asking about slavery, and we were asking about slavery.
Yeah, look at our sleeves.
And
Were
then
you?
we got in trouble with our names.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I suppose it must have been a misunderstanding.
Well, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry. if we upset you.
No, not at
From
all.
From the bottom of my heart.
Micah, roll deception. To do so, to go into your character sheet, click on the skills, and that's 4. That's a 4. Looking at the
That would be a
circumstance,
4.
yeah. Looking at it, looking towards you, Richard does state, "Oh, not at all," and then states, "Huh. I don't remember doing any of that, but I am sorry that your current stay here. I'm assuming the first night, since the questions you've asked
Insight
me
check.
was an
Did
unpleasant
he
one."
actually? Did he actually do those things?
No, he didn't. It was the first woman that Dan said, "Hey, where did we get slaves?"
Oh.
That's the woman that
Okay.
ran. And then you guys,
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
and then the rest happened when the usher came in to speak with you guys and give you your demerits. But he does say,
You're a Burke.
I am sorry that this did happen to you. I'll tell you what. For tonight, you're more than welcome to have a drink on me. 1 drink for the round. Do you intend to stay here, or do you intend to head out? Either way, you'll have that free drink.
I think we'll stay here.
I'll have a free drink.
Of course. He does look towards the bartender. The bartender nods. The bartender begins to mix some drinks and then places 8 on the table and looks towards Iris. And Kat, are you 2 old enough to drink? I am 35. Maybe? Good enough. All right.
Nice.
And then the drinks are completed, and the bartender does snap his fingers, and each of the drinks fly over towards you and land in front of you.
Whoa.
5
Okay.
feet.
I hope you have the proper permit for that.
We do.
Wow.
Good.
It's mage casting within the city walls into and therefore of non-violent means.
What's the legal drinking age in the city walls?
18.
Oh, okay.
Of varied races. So for humans, it'd be 18. For elves, it'd be around 40.
Okay.
And what kind of magic is not allowed here?
Violent
Again?
kind. So long as you don't have the permits for them.
Yes, the permits.
Yes, unfortunately, they're everywhere.
A lot of birds.
Do
He
these
does sigh.
permits cost money?
Does what now?
Do they have anything like hanging on the wall, like a permit for serving alcohol or a permit for performing that, like anything?
Yes,
Is it-
entertainment
is there-
permit and a business permit.
Can I study them?
Yeah.
Like, not obviously. I just want to like take a look at them so I can forge one later.
Roll sleight of hand to like offhandedly look.
Nope. My cat is trying to.
Oh my god.
My cat made me roll real bad.
Oh, what?
You like painstakingly look at the wall, like permit. There they are, and like hone in on it. Richard looks towards you. Do you want me to like show you the permits?
Oh, yeah. I'm just like, I've never come to a place with so many laws. I'm
You
just
mean
really.
so much red tape? Yes.
Yeah.
He does take the 2 permits down. He shows you the entertainment one and the business one. It is a lot of information. It tells you that under the governance of the structured laws here, he's allowed to blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go through the actual paperwork. But essentially, it is a lot of fine print of things he can and cannot do.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna study, get as good of an idea for the verbiage as I can, so that hopefully I can make something up later.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And potential loopholes later on down the
Yeah.
road. But he does state, all right, this is your first night. This is a rather large group. My partner, I would be more than welcoming having you here. Let's see. It's a lot of you, and you likely haven't had a good night's rest yet, have you? It's roughly around 2 in the morning.
Dang.
Yeah, no, we've been walking all night.
All right, let's cut it at a
Holy-
discount, half price. How does that
Oh,
sound?
that's wonderful. Thank you.
5th price.
Well, I haven't told you the price yet. He does chuckle. Standard price is 10 gold per person, but we're going to go with the group price. Group price then is 5 per head, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 35 people. 35
I
people.
will
35
pay my
gold. Half price, let's go with rounded down to an even 16 gold.
Wonderful.
59.
We'll pay them. So it's 16 total?
16 total.
Right.
This is a very good deal.
It's on Ray.
I don't
Yep.
know who Ray is. Or the
Wait, what's their name again?
On Ray.
You never gave him you never gave him your names. So he honestly doesn't know
Also-
who Ray is.
Have I gotten there back there
I'm
yet?
Ray.
Now you have.
I'll say I'm
Okay.
Ray and I'll pay.
Okay, fine. I'm here.
I'll
Um,
contribute.
I will. I'll pay for my board.
Yes, he said
Anyone
it'd be
else?
16. We've already paid.
Well done.
Okay. Do you have any extra services?
Yes, we have
Like
a washroom.
spa
We
or
have
things like that?
there is a sauna in the back, but you'll
I
have to
think Ray's
provide your own
talking
fire.
about brothels.
What?
Yeah, just include all of that, please. I just need a room.
Just
the-
like Ray is worn out and just
yeah, the bartender
Just give
does
it to me.
shout out at the group. Yeah, it's already included.
Okay. Thank you.
and
Well-
we'll just slam down, not even thinking about it, 10 gold and just walk off.
He tries to stop you, but you walk off.
Yeah, I'm just too tired and exhausted. Just like starts walking towards a room.
But with that, your team can rest. Whether it be a good rest for Ray, that's another story. There is a sauna in the back, like quite literally, he wasn't lying. It's not depicted on the map, obviously, but it is a nice place to have a nice steam bath before or after an actual bath or shower. So that's good, but it's definitely not marbled encased in gold filigree walls. But that's 300 gold, and you're not really up for that right now.
Yeah.
One thing does stand true. This place is awful. There's a lot of red tape and a lot of expenditures. But
Yeah,
you
can't
can
wait to kill the king.
technically legally kill the king. Well, usurp the king. Killing is illegal. Unless you have the proper permits. But let's see if the team can get those permits filled out next time. Maybe. As we end the
Maybe.
session,